Vâng, phải bởi nó. Và
Right, okay. Students, good morning for all of you. Can you hear me? Good morning for all of you, and can you hear me? Don't speak to mic, okay? Don't speak to mic. If you have anything to say, put those things in your chat box. Right. First of all, tell me, can you hear me? Yes or no? Properly? Yes. Very good. Loud and clear. Okay. So that's what I need. Right. So then, welcome to the very first day of the chemistry class. Actually, we had a small introduction session in the bio class as well. Actually, Mudita sir took a introduction session. So this is actually the proper introduction session for the chemistry subject, right? So as I mentioned you, I warmly welcome you to the chemistry class, right? So then let's begin. Let's start. Right. First of all, I'll introduce myself because you don't know about me much, I think. So therefore, you're new. So therefore, I introduce myself. Tell me, how was your O-level examination? Was it easy, difficult, anything? කොහොමද O-level exam එක? ලේසිද? අමාරුද? හොඳට කරාද? I heard that they are going to give you free 2 marks for the science paper, right? Super. Right, okay. So anyhow, so now O level is finished. Now we are going to move for the A level examination, right? Actually, I was planning to have our introduction session on Thursday night because our regular class time is Thursday night, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Right? But since tomorrow is a day, we have to take the session today, right? Amna says it is hard. It's okay. Forget it. Now O level is over. O level is done. Now you came for the A level. So let's begin this one very freshly. Don't think about the O level results or anything. Just forget, right? So remember, as I mentioned you, හෙට වෙසක් පොය නිසා අද අපිට session එක ගන්න උනා morning time. If not, actually our regular class time will be, what is the time? Thursday night, 8 p.m. to 11. So remember that one, keep that in your mind. Thursday night, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. is our regular class time. From next week onwards, we have the regular class time, Thursday, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Right. Okay. So first of all, you have to know who is your chemistry teacher, right? Actually, my name is Sandeep Prasad, you know that. And I'm Bachelor of Science degree holder in University of Colombo. Okay. Actually, I entered to the university in 2020 at the beginning of the Corona pandemic. So now I completed my degree, Bachelor of Science degree, and I'm graduated from BSc degree, right? Specialized in chemistry. That means I have done chemistry as my main subject. Additional to chemistry, I have done computer science, applied mathematics, and statistics. So those are my subjects, and my first priority was given to chemistry subject because chemistry is my passion, right? And remember, students, I have been teaching for 6 years. Soon after my A level, I started my career. So that was a nice accident, right? Because I didn't think about teaching chemistry, especially in English medium, right? Because I did my A levels in Sinhala medium. I'm a Sinhala medium in a level. But anyhow, I got to a chance. I got a chance to do the individual classes for one of my friend's sister, right? So that's how I started my teaching career, and we have developed up to now, right? In this way. Currently, I'm doing a 24 batch physical batch, online batch, 25 physical batch, online batch. So in 24 physical batch, there are 20 students, and 25 physical batch, there are about 40 students again. And I hope to take 50 students. I'm trying to create a 50 students batch for your batch, 26 batch. Let's see, right? So this is actually a brief introduction about myself, and you will get to know about my teaching in the upcoming sessions. And if you want, you can go for my YouTube channel and check how I'm teaching and my teaching style, my teaching pattern and everything from that YouTube channel. Okay, right. Now, first of all, let's move for our subject, chemistry. Right. Tell me, right? Okay. Tell me again. First of all, can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Good. Very good. Very good. Because one student says actually he can't hear because I think there is an issue with his device or something. Right. Uh, in your O level time also you did chemistry, ne? As a subject. What is chemistry as you think? Any idea? Put your answers in the chat box. Before we go for the lesson, actually we have to discuss many things. Huh? Paper structure, A level paper structure, how you can prepare for the A level examination, right? What is the our syllabus? What are the parts you can decide, and what kind of involvement you have to give, and what is our work plan, right? I'm going to tell you what is the work plan. So those are the things actually today we are going to discuss. And if you have any doubts, you can put your doubts in the chat box and we can discuss that one as a Q&A session, right? So I'm getting some answers like this. Let's see. Chemical reactions that happen in our day-to-day life, study of properties and behavior of matter, study of atomic molecules, study of matter and energy. Very good, very good, very good. Yes. So those are the things actually chemistry. Simply, so we can give many fascinating definitions for the chemistry, but I can simply give that the definition for chemistry as what? Study of matter. Simply, we can say that what is chemistry? Chemistry is actually simply study of matter. Okay. Remember, students, this universe or everything around us, right? Under this subject, everything around us can be categorized into two parts. The first one is actually matter, and the second one is energy. What does mean by matter? Matter means the physical things, right? So our laptop, marker pens, my watch, me, right? House. So everything, these things are what? Physical things. Physically, we can touch, right? We can hear the sounds, right? We can see them. So this is actually matter. That means anything that has a mass and take up in space is considered as matter. Simply, I can say that can physically can physically touch, right? Or see. This is considered as matter. What about energy as you think? Energy. Can you see the energy? Can you touch the energy? No, we can't do that one. Actually, if you go for the quantum level, right? So we have a part known as quantum chemistry, quantum theory. According to the quantum theory, actually energy is also particulate. So that's a separate thing. We are going to discuss that one under this first unit also. But generally, we say that energy means non-physical things, right? So we can give that energy means non-physical things, non-physical things. Simply, we can say that energy means non-physical. So these are the two parts that we can divide all the things around us, right? අපි සාමාන්‍ය ව්‍යවහාරයේදී කියනවා අපිට දකින්න පුළුවන් සහ නොදකින්න පුළුවන් දේවල්. අපි සිංහලෙන් කියන අපි දකින්න පුළුවන් දේවල් සහ නොදකින්න පුළුවන් දේවල් තමයි ගොඩක්ම තියෙන්නේ. කියන්නේ ඒ දෙක තමයි තියෙන්නේ නේ. So therefore, so matter is the thing actually that we can physically touch or see, and energy means non-physical things. Physical නැති. So the chemistry means the study of matter. Yes, it's correct. But remember, students, I'm going to add a new thing to there. මම පොඩි දෙයක් එතනට add කරනවා. What is it? Chemistry is study of matter and the energy associated with that matter, right? So what is it? Chemistry is, look at this, chemistry is study of matter and energy energy associated associated with it, with that matter. That is considered as what? Chemistry. Can you understand? Right? Yeah, simply we can say that mainly we are discussing about matter, how the things are made. If I consider water bottle, right? If I consider a water bottle, we know that water molecules are there. How these water molecules are made? Hari H2O molecule එකක් ඇතුලේ මොනවාද තියෙන්නේ? මේ මොනවාද මේ? Right? So what are these things? Right? We are drawing the Lewis structure of H2O molecule in this way. Carbon dioxide molecule in this way, right? Ammonia molecule in this way. So these are actually molecules, right? So these are the things. These are the molecules which the things are made, right? If you consider the water molecule is like this. So මේ hydrogen කියන්නේ කවුද? Oxygen කියන්නේ කවුද? මේවා මොනවාද? Atoms the elements the. මේවා ඇතුලේ මොනවාද තියෙන subatomic particles, electrons, protons, neutrons. We are going to discuss about these things. And the energy associated with it. What does mean by the energy associated with it? Right? So recall your memory that you learn a simple reaction in your school lab in your O-level time. If you can't remember, doesn't matter. A simple thing is actually, let me take a reaction like this. Potassium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide is what? What kind of a thing, potassium hydroxide? Chemically, what is the things, what is the property that you know about potassium hydroxide? Let's see. What have you learned about potassium hydroxide? Yes, very good. Yes, very good. Yes, base. We know that potassium hydroxide is a base. And I'm going to add sulfuric solution for this potassium hydroxide. Right? I'm going to add sulfuric solution for the potassium hydroxide. What do you know about sulfuric acid, students? What do you know about sulfuric acids? Sulfuric acid ගැන දන්නේ? Yes, it's a strong acid. It's a strong acid. So therefore, this is actually simple acid-base reaction. Through a simple acid-base reaction, it's producing a salt. So this is potassium sulfate, aqueous. What does mean by this AQ? AQ කියන්නේ aqueous. Aqueous medium. That means if we dissolve something in water, we consider that medium as aqueous. We have learned three properties, three physical nature of properties: gas, liquid, solid. Addition to that one, we are going to learn about aqueous. Some learn plasma also. So that is related to the biology. So therefore, these are the physical things, physical properties that we need to consider: gaseous state, liquid state, solid state, and the aqueous state. Aqueous means if something dissolved in water, we consider that is aqueous. Plus H2O liquid, water. In order to balance this reaction, I can put here 2. Neither. Balancing part, very easy. You can see that there are 2 potassium atoms. Therefore, I put here 2 potassiums. And if you consider sulfur, oxygen, what about hydrogens? Here we have 2, 2 and 4 hydrogens. Therefore, let me put here 2. Now, oxygens are also balancing. Number of oxygens are 6. So, this is actually simple acid-base reactions you have learned in your O-level time, students. This is very easy. Now, try to understand. Now, I want to clear here what is the connection between matter and the energy. I told you that chemistry is the subject that we discuss about matter and the energy associated with matter. So how that matter and energy relationship can observe. Look at this one. When this reaction occurs, right, you may have seen that energy releases from this reaction as heat. Have you seen this? Have you seen it before? When this reaction occurs, you can see that heat is releasing from the glasswares. If you have a beaker, from the beaker actually heat is releasing. So the heat means what? Heat කියන්නේ තාපය, තාප ශක්තිය, thermal energy. Heat means nothing else, thermal energy. That means two physical things are reacting. That means two different matters are reacting to produce two different matters, and energy is released from that matter. That means there is a strong connection between matter and the energy. Can anyone tell me, according to this energy releases, we know that I told you in this reaction, heat releases to the outside, right? If it is releasing heat to the outside, the
கிளாஸ்
name
செக்ரட்டரி முள்ள சுத்தி தூக்கி உள்ளுக்கு போயிட்டாரு.
what?
இவரோட பேச போனா நாங்க நவரோம்.
Can anyone say that?
கூட அப்படியே கோசா வரும். முள்ள சுத்தி தூக்கி
Exothermic. Yes, very good. Exothermic. Can you remember exothermic reactions and endothermic reactions? Right? Exothermic reactions and endothermic reactions. So exothermic reactions means that release energy to the outside. ඒ කියන්නේ matter දෙකක් different matter දෙකක් react කරලා තව අලුතෙන් matters දෙකක් හදලා energy එක release වෙනවා. එතකොට matter එකයි energy එක අතර තියෙනවා නේද strong connection එක. Right? There is a strong connection between the matter and the energy. So that's what we are going to learn. Right? So this is exothermic reaction. If I consider an endothermic reaction, it's like this. Look at this one. Students, we are going to dissolve ammonium chloride. Make it up again, ammonium chloride. NH4Cl, right? Solid. That's a solid compound. And we are going to dissolve in water. H2O liquid. Then what will happen? This ammonium cation, ammonium chloride is separating, right? Dividing into ammonium plus aqueous cation and Cl minus aqueous anion. So actually we consider this one as the dissociation of ammonium chloride. When you dissolve ammonium chloride salt in water, eka cation ekatai anion ekatai kadeno. What does mean by a cation? Cation means something positively charged. Atom or any kind of a polyatomic species. So this is actually chloride anion. This is anion. Anion means negatively charged species. Cation means positively charged species. So these are the things. So when you dissolve ammonium chloride in water, it's produce ammonium plus and Cl minus. But here remember, ammonium chloride is absorbing heat, right? It's absorbing heat. ඒ කියන්නේ ammonium chloride එක දිය කරන්න අපි දැන් හිතමු boiling tube එකකට ගන්නවා, right? So this is the boiling tube. Boiling tube, we are adding the ammonium chloride salt, the mass sample, and we are going to add some water, and we are going to burn this one under the Bunsen burner. Bunsen burner එකේ තියලා මේක පොඩ්ඩක් රත් කරනවා. So රත් කරනවා means what? ඒ කියන්නේ අපි heat කරනවා කියලා කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? Heat කරනවා කියලා කියන්නේ අපි energy එක එළියෙන් දෙනවා. So we are going to give the energy from outside. That means ammonium chloride is absorbing the energy. Can you understand? Absorbing the energy, absorbing the heat. If it is absorbing heat, we consider that one as endothermic reaction. Endothermic reaction. Exothermic releases energy to outside. Endothermic absorb the energy from outside. එතකොට මේ එනර්ජි එකයි මැටර් එකයි අතර strong connection එකක් තියෙනවා කියලා පේනවනේ. So you can understand. Okay. So this is what we are going to learn under chemistry. Mainly we focus on matter. Okay. Keep that in your mind, students. Mainly we focus on matter, but we have to discuss about the energy associated with this matter also. Right. So we have a separate unit. The unit number is actually unit number 5. I'll introduce our syllabus, then you will understand. Unit number 5 is energetics. By analyzing this unit name, you can see that, you can understand that the term energy is involved here. Energetics. Energetics means definitely energy is there. Can you understand? So therefore, we are going to discuss separately how that energy and matter can be related under this topic, the basic things. In your O-level time, you have learned about these basic things as endothermic reactions, exothermic reactions, those things. But we are going to discuss further related things to matter and the energy under this topic, right? We are going to discuss about Born-Haber cycle, right? His law, how to create a thermochemical cycle and find out the formation enthalpy, combustion enthalpy, sublimation enthalpy, fusion enthalpy, liquid vaporization enthalpy. Likewise, many things are there, right? I gave you a name, enthalpy. At home, you search that one, you find it. What does mean by enthalpy? And tell me, right? Then mama explain කරන්න යන්නේ what does mean by enthalpy. So I'm going to increase your curiosity. I'm පොඩ්ඩක් අල්ලලා දෙන්නම්. ඔයගොල්ලෝ පොඩ්ඩක් ගෙදරදී හොයලා බලන්න මොකක්ද මේ enthalpy. Right? Yeah, enthalpy, entropy. Did you learn about enthalpy, entropy? Those things? Okay. If you know them, very good. Huh? Others, you find them. You find them because you have now resources. You find what does mean by enthalpy, entropy before I teach these things, right? Okay, right. Now, we know about a small introduction about our subject. What is chemistry and what we have to learn about chemistry subject, right? Especially matter and the energy associated with matter, right? So in your oral time, you have learned a classification like matter can be divided into what? You have learned like that. Okay? Matter is actually according to the physical nature, liquid, solid, gases. You have learned it, and according to their chemical compositions, pure substances and mixtures. So pure substances actually considered as elements and compounds. Then mixtures can be considered as homogeneous mixture, heterogeneous mixtures. You have learned this classification in your O-level time. So we are going to learn few things apart from this classification, and let's start the unit, then you can understand what we have to learn, right? Okay, now this is the subject introduction. Okay, do you have any doubts, anything you want to ask from me? What is chemistry? So this is actually chemistry. This is what you have to learn under the subject chemistry. Okay, and the next thing, if you have any doubts, put your doubts in the chat box, students. Let's discuss. Finally, let's have a Q&A session also, right? Yeah, E equal mc squared is also explaining the matter and energy relationship, right? Who introduced that relationship, E equal mc squared? Who is the famous scientist? Albert Einstein, right? You are going to learn about this equation in physics. So will you give us working sheet? Yes, of course, right? The worksheet is my worksheet name is known as rim papers. I will introduce my work plan. Under that work plan, I'll tell you there are two types of worksheets. Rim paper, recall your memory, and the next one is continuity test, right? Both are there. Every week you will have kind of a 15 MCQs, 15 plus MCQs you have to face, and you have to recall the things, right? I didn't go for the work plan yet. When I'm discussing the work plan, I'll discuss what are the things we have to discuss, right? Now, the next thing, why you should learn chemistry? Why you should learn chemistry? ඇයි chemistry ඉගෙන ගන්න මොකටද? So campus and anything engineering medicine and chemistry ඉගෙන ගන්න එපේ. ඒකින්ද අපි ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. එහෙමද? එහෙමද ඔයගොල්ලෝ chemistry ඉගෙන ගන්න? නෑ ළමයි එහෙම නෙමෙයි, right? It's not like that. So remember, subject එකක් ඉගෙන ගන්න කලින් ඒකට ඉස්සලම් පොඩි ආසාවක්, desire එකක් තියෙනවා. So you should have some kind of a passion or desire about that subject you are going to learn, right? In this world, there are so many subjects, right? Among those subjects, remember students, one of the very interesting subjects that we have to discuss, right? ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා දැන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට දැනටමත් තියෙනවා biology, physics, chemistry, combined maths, right? Philosophy, right? So in your A-level syllabus you have what? Further mathematics. So many things are there. Languages. So many subjects are there. So among those subjects, this subject is very interesting. ඒක මම වචනෙන් කිව්වට you can't feel it. First of all, you have to learn it and see what is in here, right? Actually, I did combined maths in my A level, right? My subject stream was maths, right? Sometimes you may wonder that if you have done combined maths, how you are so interested in chemistry. It should be physics, no, right? So that is the normal what idea that students have. Taken a biology කරන කට්ටියට chemistry නොදර පුළුවන්, right? Those who can do biology, they know the chemistry well. Those who do combined maths, they can do physics well. So that is the thing that going on. No, it's not like that. See, I have done combined maths, and my favorite subject was always chemistry. Secondly, combined maths, and thirdly, only physics, right? So therefore, it's no issue. First of all, you should have some kind of passion, interest. ඔගලන්ට මේ සබ්ජෙක්ට් එකේ ඉන්ට්‍රස්ට් එකක් නැත්නම් කරන්න එපා. Don't do that. Understood? That's the thing. මේ සබ්ජෙක්ට් එකට ඉස්සෙල්ලාම ආසාවක් ඇති කරගන්න. You should have some kind of what? Interest. සමහර විට ඒක බලෙන් ඇති කරගන්න වෙනවා. Anyhow, you should have interest, passion to do this subject, right? So as I mentioned you, one of the interesting subject that we have to learn, we are going to discuss many things. After discussing things only, you will see that what kind of very interesting, fascinating subject is this, right? මුලදී ටිකක් boring වෙන්න පුළුවන් පළවෙනි පාඩමේදී. අපි අන්තිමට යන්න එනම ආතල්. ඒ කියන්නේ හරි ලස්සනයි, right? Okay. You have to see the beauty of each and every subject. Other subjects are also like that only, right? But it depends on the person that doing the subject. What is the next thing? Why you should learn chemistry? The second thing is actually you have to check whether the subject suits for your path or else your target. මේ subject එක ඔයාගේ target එකට, ඔයාගේ path එකට ගැලපෙනවද කියලා බලන්න. You have to check whether this subject suits for your path or your target. If you have a target to go for engineering, definitely you have to do subject as a chemistry, right? Especially if you go for the Moroto, if you want to go for the Moroto University, you can't choose ICT, you have to choose chemistry. ICT තෝරගත්තොත් Moroto University එකට යන්න බෑ engineering වලට. මොකද you know that the best university in Sri Lanka for engineering is University of Moroto. In order to go for that one, definitely you have to do chemistry as a subject, main subject. I will tell you what are the paths you can go after doing engineering. There is a path related to chemistry also, chemical engineering. So that is also one of the field, right? So therefore, you have to check whether this path is related to me. The subject is related to me with my path. Now, medicine, definitely you have to do chemistry, right? Because after you become a doctor, you are going to recommend medicines for your patients, right? So you should know what are the chemical compounds in these medicines. You should have proper idea. Without knowing chemistry, how you can recommend medicines for your patients. So ඒ වගේ chemistry කියලා කියන්නේ fundamental subjects for those parts. If you are going for engineering, if you are going for medicine, or if you are going for pharmacy industry, if you are going for some kind of environmental policy making, right? So then you should have a basic subject like chemistry. Understood? So that's why I wrote here, you have to check whether this subject suits for your path. And the next thing is, why you need to choose chemistry? Using day-to-day activities. Or another, right? Do you know that we are exposing to chemistry subject day to day? We are learning them day to day, right? For example, you go for the kitchen. If you go for the kitchen, you know that gas cylinder is there, right? Gas cylinder. In the gas cylinder, what are the things in the gas cylinder? If I ask you what are the chemical compositions, now you are a science student in your house, in your home, right? So you should know what are the things inside in the gas cylinder. Huh? Gas cylinder. Yes. Yes, very good. Yes, very good. The answer is actually what? Propane and butane mixture. Can you remember in last year or before last year, actually, there was an issue with gas cylinders about the mixture, the composition mixture between propane and butane. Propane වලයි butane වලයි සංයුතියේ වෙනසක් තිබ්බ නිසා ඔය gas පොඩ්ඩක් ඉපරෙන්න වගේ ගත්තා කියලා පොඩි කේස් එකක් ගියම. So therefore, there are two chemical compositions in gas cylinder, butane and propane. Butane, propane, these two are under liquid state under some pressure, but these two are gases inside the gas cylinder, right? So that is chemistry. If you go for the kitchen again, we know that vinegar. What does it mean by vinegar? Vinegar is an acid. What is the acid? Acid is acetic acid, CH3, C double bond OH. In organic chemistry, we are going to learn about this one as carboxylic acid. Organic chemistry is very interesting, right? Carboxylic acid, right? If you go for the kitchen again, the thing, see, every day we are, if you consider the kitchen, you have what? So many things. Lemon, what is the acid inside there? What is the acid inside there in lemon? Citric acid. If you drink a milk, a cup of milk, what is the acid, main acid in milk? Lactic acid, right? So these things are what? Can you understand? You go for the petrol scent, petrol bunk. If you go there, you know that what is petrol actually, the name that they are giving. Boys, especially, you know that one. If you are using, if you are riding a bike, octane, 92 octane, 95 octane. 95 octane කියලා කියන්නේ ඒකේ purity එක වැඩි. ඒක පොඩ්ඩක් හොඳයි 92 වලට වඩා. Right? So octane means the chemical formula for octane is C8H18. 8 carbon atoms connected to 18 hydrogen atoms. Chemical compound. Right? If you consider plastic, paint, right? These are what? Everything around us is what? Chemical compounds. Medicine that we are going to discuss. In our house, in your home, definitely you have Panadol, paracetamol, chemical formulas. Right? So everything that we discuss in our day-to-day life is made by these chemical compounds. So that's why we need to discuss chemistry as a subject. Right? Try to understand. These are the things I can point out. So this comes under hydrocarbon lesson, right? Yes. Yeah, hydrocarbon, especially organic chemistry. We have unit number 7, basic concepts of organic chemistry, and the next one is hydrocarbons and halocarbons. Under that, actually, we are going to learn about this propane, butane, those things, octane. So those are alkanes, alkenes, alkynes. I think you have got an introduction about these things in your O-level time, right? But it's okay, doesn't matter. So these are the things I can point out why you have to learn chemistry as a subject, right? Any doubts, anything? Right, okay. Next thing. I want to discuss these things with you students because these are very, very important. At the beginning, I want to remind you these things. I did the same session for the last batch also. I discuss about these things with them also, because students should get an idea, overall idea about why we are learning chemistry, what are the parts you have, and how we can do this subject. Without knowing these things, actually we can't go for the subject, right? From the next week, you will see that I'm not talking about these things. I just started the unit and continuously doing the class, right? I'll tell you why our online classes is so important than the other classes if you compare even with the physical classes, right? I'll go for the comparison between online and physical classes. I'll tell you how you can save your time, your money, and everything. Let's see. Okay, right? Okay. Next thing I'm going to explain to you is what are the parts? What are the parts after doing chemistry? right? After doing chemistry as a subject, what are the paths you have? Of course, actually, I know that most of you are planning to do medicine, and right? So therefore, first of all, I'll write down them. Definitely, I know that you all are trying to go for medicine and engineering. Okay? Engineering. By the way, let me know about your targets. Can you tell me? Put your targets after doing A level. So this is my target. Teacher. Okay, we have teacher. Very good. Doctor. Others, pilot. Okay. Doctor. What about the others? Neurologist. Very good. Doctor specialist. Eye specialist. General surgeon. Biochemist. Very good. Doctor. Don't we have engineers here? Doctor. Cardiologist. Okay, good. Me too, eyes for cardiologist. Doctor. Okay, okay, okay. Right, right. Good, 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 good. Right, okay. That means actually here we have too many doctors, right? I'm really happy that if you become one day a doctor or if you go for a good position, actually, I can be proud I taught for these people, definitely, right? Why said again, I will be right? So, in this, right? Okay. So, I want to remind you something like this also. My first batch was 23 physical batch. I don't have online batch for the 23. So there are some results on the way. Definitely, I'm sure that one person is there. I started my physical batch with 10 students. Definitely, one student will go for medicine, right? I'll tell you when I'm getting the results. I'm very sure about it because he got good marks for MCQs 47, 48, 45, likewise. So I don't worry in my life. Normally, when we come to A level students, we know that most of the people are trying to become doctors, engineers, right? 3As and engineers. But I couldn't achieve that one, honestly. So I ended up with 1A, 2B result, and I entered for the best university in Sri Lanka, University of Colombo. But I didn't go for engineering. I couldn't because my result was not enough. But now I'm not worrying about that because I think I found my passion and I'm like a free bird, right? I don't like to go for 8-5 jobs. So therefore, I don't like for those things. So this is actually my passion. This is my world, teaching. I saw that one of you are telling that you want to become a teacher. That's very interesting, very good. I appreciating it. So that's a big thing. Becoming a teacher, becoming an educator is a very big thing, especially school teacher. I have a big respect for school teachers because they are sacrificing everything for students than us. We are doing a private tuition. So actually, we are doing a private tuition. So school teachers are very good, right? Actually, we cannot describe their sacrification. That means their dedication and their involvement within words, right? So they actually, I have always huge respect for them than engineers and doctors, for the school teachers. Huh? Right. Okay. Anyway, I have seen that most of you are trying to become a doctor, that means going to medicine, and I saw that cardiologist, neurologist, and eye surgeon, very good. Huh? So those kind of targets are very good. And as I mentioned, you definitely you can go for what? Teaching, right? I'll put here as an educator. So this is actually one of the path that you can choose. You can go for a science teacher, right? You can go for a chemistry teacher after you studying chemistry as well, right? And what are the things? What are the paths you have? Yes, that's correct. Okay, right. Anything? What are the paths you have? Students, you can go for. So this is actually I want to know, discuss with you. Chemist. What does it mean by chemist? If you go for physical science or bioscience, you can specialize in chemistry, right? You can do a chemistry special degree in your university. After doing chemistry special degree, you can do, if you want, you can do MSc degrees also, analytical chemistry, MSc in analytical chemistry, MSc in organic chemistry. Likewise, there are MSc degrees also. If not, if you pass in good grades, you can go for this position. What is chemist? Chemist means actually rasayana. In single vital rasayana. Again, others, the one who expert in chemistry, right? The one who expert in chemistry is considered as chemist. අපි දන්නවා mathematician කියන්නේ කවුද? The one who expert in maths. Physicist කියන්නේ කවුද? The one who expert in physics. Likewise, chemist means the one who specialize in chemistry, right? Remember, students, if you go for a foreign countries, right? For some people, actually, they are paying $85,000 per year salary. You can multiply this one by 300 and divide it by 12, then you can find out the monthly salary, right? So you have to perform, right? So then only you can go for a good company, a foreign country, and you can earn. Earning doesn't matter, right? If you go for any kind of these paths, earning is not okay. Earning is okay, no issue with that. But you have to think whether this path suits for me. Am I interested in this? දැන් මම ටීචින් කරන එකේ මට ඉන්ට්‍රස්ට් එකක් තියෙනවා. මට මනි වලට වඩා අර ගන්න හැපිනස් එක. So this is my passion, I told you. මේක මම හරි සතුටින් කරන්නේ. හරි ආසාවෙන් කරන්නේ. මේක මැරෙනකන් වුණත් කරන්න පුළුවන්. You have to choose that kind of a path. Understood? So this is also actually one of the path that we can choose. And the next one is we can go for pharmacy industry. Right? Pharmacy. Pharmacy is also actually good industry now field, right? So in order to get a pharmacy degree, actually you have to do chemistry, right? In our university also, in Columbia University, we have a specialized degree for the pharmacy also. So you can do pharmacy. We know that if you go for the pharmacy, you know that මිනිස්සු ලෙඩ වෙන එක නතර වෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ. මේ කනබන දේවල් එක්ක. ඒක ඉතින් අනිවාර්යෙන් බෙහෙත් කියන දේවල් ඕන. So therefore there should be pharmaceutical industries as well, right? So that is also one of the path that you can choose, right? And now currently in modern world, remember students, I want to include this one also. No one is thinking about this one, but these kind of paths also there. Environmental policymakers. Environmental policymakers. In order to make some policies related to our environment, right? You should have learn chemistry. Understood? Because now we know that actually that how that climate is changing, environment is changing, how we are polluting our environment. So these things are very important, right? Finally, in our syllabus, today I will discuss that one. The final unit is industrial and environmental chemistry, right? Industrial chemistry and environmental pollution. We are going to discuss about many practical things, how we are polluting the environment, and industrially how we can relate it chemistry, right? So as a environmental policymaker, definitely you should have learned chemistry, right? So these actually, so I can include here biochemist, right? I saw one of you told me that you want to become a biochemist. Very good, right? So likewise, you can choose many paths. And I want to specially tell you this one. You can go for IT industry as well, right? If anyone here who is still not sure whether I'm doing IT or chemistry, don't worry. Still you have chance to go for the IT industry. Students, don't panic, don't be panic. Because I told you, at the beginning I told you that I did chemistry, computer science, applied mathematics, statistics. This was my combination in my university, right? My first priority was given for chemistry. Computer science is compulsory for any student. Applied mathematics, statistics. I have chosen main 4 subjects now the current world is focusing on. Yeah, IT actually anyone should have some kind of a basic knowledge. right? If you consider engineering students, if someone is planning to go for engineering, remember, in engineering also we have so many paths. We have CS engineering, the most demanding engineering in University of Moratu. Then we have electronic and electronic engineering. We have electrical engineering. We have civil engineering. We have chemical engineering, material engineering. We have mechanical engineering. So these are the engineering paths. See that I told you that top is CS and the next one is electronic. For these two, definitely these two are related to IT industry. But if you go for University of Moratu, if you want to go for University of Moratu, you can do chemistry. You have to do chemistry. That means after doing chemistry, you have wide path. You can decide whether you are going from the biology path, maths path, or IT path, or if not, you can choose chemistry path. So wide open area is there. You can choose any path. Can you understand? Me? Chemical engineering, as I mentioned you, chemical engineering means where you meet chemistry in engineering. For example, if you go for a cement factory, how the cements are made, cement එක කොහොමද හැදලා තියෙන්නේ, ඒවයි chemical compositions මොනවාද, ඒවා decide කරන්න engineers. So you should have some kind of a chemistry knowledge. Understood? Right? Another nice example, in our university actually we have remember students, if you go for the university, you have so many paths. First of all, you have to get it selected into the university. We have a course known as computational chemistry. Computational chemistry, right? That means using softwares, you have to draw the molecules, you have to create the molecules, you have to find out the distance between the atoms using IT knowledge. So everything is connected. Everything is connected. By choosing IT instead of chemistry, you are going to limit your path, right? Where IT තෝරගත්තොත් you can't get selected to the engineering, Moratu engineering. You have only few paths: software engineering in Kelaniya, computer science in University of Colombo, Kelaniya CS, Ruhuna CS, and Moratu IT. So those are the paths you have. But if you do chemistry, you can go for many paths. Personally, I know that one of my students who was Nalandian, studied from Nalanda College. Now he just passed the examination by getting 3 years passes. That's what he could do because he didn't work properly, right? So in the final moment only, I taught him and at least I helped him to get just pass. Now he's doing fashion design. Fashion designing in KDU, Kotalawala Defense University. See, chemistry is somewhere else, fashion designing is somewhere else. Like chemistry තියෙන නිකන් උතුරේ වගේ, fashion designing දකුණේ සම්බන්ධයක් නැහැ, right? No connection. But he has chosen his path in that. The things you gain from here by learning chemistry as a subject, you can apply them in your path. What is you are going to choose, right? So think wisely and choose whether you are going to do chemistry or IT. If someone there is not sure, do chemistry or IT. Okay? IT කරන්න එපා කියලා කියන්නේ, if you have some kind of a firm target, right? A steady target, stable target. I want to go for software engineering. Yeah, do IT. Doesn't matter, right? But if you're not sure, better you do chemistry, because if you want later, you can go for IT also. In fact, remember, biology students also have learned IT. Should have learned. If you are going for the bioscience, definitely you should learn IT. Okay, IT is there. There is on the course known as bioinformatics. You can search campus book, right? You can find campus book from your elder brothers and sisters. Ask from them who went for the university. They have the campus book, right? So in that campus book, there are so many courses. So bioinformatics is actually one of the course for the biology students, where bio and IT is, right? So tell me, Do you have some kind of idea about the paths that we can have after doing chemistry? I saw that there were many questions in the chat box. Let's. Yes, free medicine for you. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, right. Teachers are more than engineers. You teach us only our building blocks forever great. Yes, very good. Yes, appreciate it. Scientist. Yes, of course. I didn't include this one here. Scientist. A data science also will be after completing chemistry. No? Yes, data science. Data science is actually very good industry. That's why I choose statistics. In order to do data science, we have to do statistics also. Now see, if I don't have my teaching option, I can go for any industry. I can do IT because I have done IT in university. I have done statistics. I have done maths, right? So chemistry is my main part. So therefore, I have chosen very wisely what are the paths we have and the subjects, related subject in the university. But always my passion is what? Chemistry. Okay. So likewise, you also take the decisions. Huh? Data science also will be after. Yes, yes. Data science also you can choose, right? Okay, good. Right. Anything else about your paths? Right. So since you said, I'll include here scientist also. Because students, I'll tell you a small thing about this one also, because these people actually very rare from our country. Most of the people are not focusing on this one, right? Some of the students, those who got island ranks, 3As, or any good result, by dropping medicine and engineering, they have come to scientist. That means they are trying to do physical science degree or bioscience degree in order to become a scientist, right? Remember, students, don't underestimate those who did physical science and bioscience, huh? Because they have many paths. If you can't go for medicine, doesn't matter. You have so many paths. You have dentist, veterinary, right? So microbiology. In University of Colombo, there is a course known as microbiology. You have heard about this. Microbiology is very demanding field. You can earn a lot. So there are so many paths. Huh? Scientist also one of the level, one of the different level, one of the ultimate level, right? In Google, you search a person known as Sarath Gunapala. Sarath Gunapala is actually he's a scientist from Sri Lanka. Now he is working in NASA, right? If you have seen Doramadalava, Doramadalava බලලා තියෙනවා මොකද? එයා අවිල්ලා තියෙනවා සරත් ගුණපාල කියලා කෙනෙක්. එයා සයන්ටිස්ට් කෙනෙක්. එයා කතා කරලා තියෙනවා කොහොමද එයා මේ තැනට ආවේ, කොහොමද වැඩ කරේ, මොන වගේ දේවල්ද කරේ. ඒව හොයන්න, right? So you have to what may inspire them. You have to inspire from them, right? So if you want to become a scientist, definitely you have to choose either physical science or bioscience, right? So this is also one of the very interesting part. Scientist කියන කෙනෙක් කියලා කියන්නේ ලේසි නෑ. කියන scientist කෙනෙක්ට සමහර වෙලාවට තමන්ගේ personal life එක කැප කරන්න වෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ everyone here, right, whether it is engineer or doctor or teacher or chemist or pharmacy, they are doing some kind of a sacrifice. But remember, if you go for the scientist level, that is actually ultimate. Why? Scientist means actually the one who inventing, one who discovering new things to world. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ ලෝකෙට අලුත් දෙයක් දෙන්න උත්සාහ කරන කෙනෙක්. දැන් ඉන්ජිනියර්ස්ලා ડોක්ටර්ස්ලා කියලා කියන්නේ මෙහෙම අලුත් දේවල් දෙන්න උත්සාහ කරනවා නෙමෙයි. තියෙන සිටුේෂන් එක they are trying to make better. Now what is the responsibility of teachers? Responsibility of teachers is they have to make the future of country by studying you guys. Neither. So the තියෙන situation එක, the current situation should implement for a good situation, the better one. But scientists are not like that. They are finding new things, right? The first scientist that we are going to learn in our subject is actually John Dalton. John Dalton was a school teacher. I'll tell you some names. You find, search these things, right? So one of the students today morning asked that about one scientist. That's very good. Really appreciating it. So you find them, right? Those stories. In our subject, actually, we don't have time to discuss about those things. So they are how we can inspire from them. That's what you have to learn. Okay, right. So this is also one of the path that we have to discuss. Right. See, after doing chemistry, we have so many things. Right. Okay. Now, the next thing. So the next thing I want to discuss with you is what is it? Let's discuss about our subject name. Shall we go for our subject? Syllabus. If you want, you can note down these things in a book or somewhere. Okay. Anyhow, I'm going to put the recording for you all. You can watch the recording. Some of you people actually, some people can join for the today. So therefore, those for those who didn't attend for the session, they can watch the right. My dear students, ladies and gentlemen, A-level chemistry can be categorized into 4 parts, right? I'm talking about our A-level chemistry syllabus. General chemistry. Under the general chemistry, we have to discuss about 3 units. Next one is inorganic chemistry. Under the inorganic chemistry, we have just 1 unit. The next one is organic chemistry. Under the organic chemistry, we have 4 units. Next one is physical chemistry. Under the physical chemistry, we have again 4 units. Not 4, actually 5. The next one is industrial and environmental chemistry. Under this one, we have. Now tell me, in our syllabus, how many units are there altogether? 3, 4, 8, 13, 14. 14 units are there in our syllabus. 14 units. We have to cover these 14 units in the remaining 2 years and 2 months, if I'm correct. Because your examination is going to conduct in 26 August. Don't worry, definitely they will conduct the exam in August. Now minister also has announced that he is going to start the schools from the next month, but I don't know how practically possible is that, right? That's a silly decision, but anyway, don't know, right, what they will do. But anyway, your examination is going to conduct in August 2026 at the correct time. That means now we are in May. We have June, July. From August, we have 2 months, 2 years. So we have 2 years and 2 months. In these 2 years and 2 months, we have to cover 14 units, which are categorizing under general chemistry, inorganic chemistry, organic chemistry, physical chemistry, and environmental industrial chemistry. There are 14 units, right? So these are actually branches of chemistry, some of the branches. If you go for the university, you can learn quantum chemistry, surface chemistry, analytical chemistry. Likewise, there are so many parts. So under our level, in our A level, we are going to discuss about only these 4 branches. Okay, got it? So these are the 14 units we have to learn under these 2 years and 2 months. Right? Okay. Now, let's move for the syllabus, right? Then I'll tell you what are the units that we have to discuss under these branches. Okay, if you go for the syllabus, right? So what is the A-level chemistry syllabus? In A-level chemistry syllabus, remember students, the first unit that we have to discuss is atomic structure. Atomic structure, right? Second unit is structure and bonding. I think better you write down these things somewhere, because then only you can get an idea, right? Structure and bonding, right? Atomic structure. In this unit, we are going to discuss about how the atoms are made. That means how the matter is made, what are the fundamental particles, what are the subatomic particles, everything we are going to discuss about atomic structure, the basic stuffs. Remember students, in any class actually we are learning this unit at least 4 months or 5 months. The reason is this unit is very, very, very important. All the other remaining 13 units depending on the first unit. The basic concepts of chemistry we are going to learning under atomic structure. Subatomic particles, atomic models, electromagnetic radiation, spectrums, ionization energy, periodic table, atomic properties like radius, electronegativity. So many things are there. We are going to discuss one by one everything under this topic, atomic structure. Got it? And the second one is structure and bonding. By looking at the bonding, actually, you know that what we are going to discuss on the bonding, chemical bonds. Can you remember in your O-level time, what are the chemical bonds type you learn? In your O-level time, what are the chemical bonds type you learn? What are the bond type you learn? Covalent bonds. Then, yeah, covalent and ionic. These are the two main types. Okay. Addition to these two, we are going to learn here dative covalent bonds. Then we are going to learn about metallic bonds. Right? We are going to learn about these things also. How the molecules are made, what are the chemical bonds? The chemical bonds can be divided into two parts, primary interactions and the secondary interactions. So these are the primary interactions, covalent bonds, ionic bond, dative covalent bond, metallic bonds. So the secondary interactions means very weak bonds. London forces, dipole-dipole interactions, dipole-induced dipole interactions, ion dipole interactions, hydrogen bonds. We are going to discuss why that water is a liquid under hydrogen bonds. වතුර කියන එකයි liquid එකක් විදියට තියෙන්නේ. gas එකක්වත් solid එකක්වත් නැතුව. We are going to discuss that one under hydrogen bonds. So those things actually we are going to discuss under structure and bonding. And the next one, third one is very, very important. What is it? Chemical calculations. I told you that in chemistry subject, actually, we don't only have what the studying things, right? We have calculations also, right? So those who are doing chemistry is actually what? Multi-talented, multitasking, right? ඔයගලන්ට පාඩම් කරන්න දේවල් තියෙනවා. ගණන් හදන්න දේවල් තියෙනවා. හිතන්න දේවල් තියෙනවා, right? You have so many things to do. Chemical calculations, very interesting in it, right? So calculations is the basic chemical, that means under the chemistry, what are the calculations mathematically we have? For example, now just think that you are asked to prepare a solution, right? Students, these things to get an idea, okay? No need to think about much. We are going to learn about these things to get an idea. Just imagine in the laboratory, you have to make a solution. You have to make a solution with 0.1 moles per cubic decimeter, concentration 50 cubic centimeter of, let's see that sodium hydroxide solution. If not, let's take sodium carbonate, Na2CO3. Okay, sodium carbonate solution, right? So therefore, in order to make this solution, we have to measure a sample, mass sample. In the laboratory, if you go for the lab, actually in bottles, they have stored chemical compounds, right? So we can take them. We have to measure this solid compound using a chemical balance. In the laboratory, there is a balance. You can scale like a, so you can take the mass. And we have to calculate which mass we have to take from this sodium carbonate in order to prepare the solution. Calculation. Eka calculation එකක් කරලා හොයන්න ඕනේ. So that is chemical calculation. Solution එකක් හදනවා කියලා කියන්නේ ලේසි නෑ. Right? So in order to make a solution, first of all, you have to take the solid sample. If it is in solid state, we have to measure it. Right? We should know how to handle the glasswares. So everything we have to discuss. Right? For the 25 batch, we did chemical calculation perfectly. There are few more calculations to do. So now most of them are doing calculations well, because the paper class is also already starting. One more thing I want to tell you, that I believe that the best English medium paper class is conducted by myself, right? Because now 25 batches facing for the first term test in next month. Some of them have faced already. For this, before that first term test, we have started our paper class soon after the completion of the first unit. Now we have done 200 plus MCQs, 4 structured essay questions, 4 essay questions. It's not easy. We have discussed and completed, and now they are prepared for the first term examination. Under the work plan, I'll tell you how you are going to prepare for that one. Same way, but I'm going to add new things. Let's see. Right. So can you get an idea about these things? Structure, atomic structure, first unit, structure and bonding, chemical calculation. First of all, I'm planning to finish this unit within 3 months. I told you in all the classes, actually, they are spending 4 or 5 months, but I'm trying to finish this one within 3 months or 3.5. I did that one for the 25 batch also. And then we are starting structure and bonding chemical calculation. Parallelly, we have to do them. And then we are preparing for the first term test. Okay, that is the way. So these 3 units come under GC. What is GC? GC means general chemistry. In your syllabus, right, they have introduced these 3 units as general chemistry. So general chemistry means what? General means the idea, the general idea about the chemistry subject any A-level student should have. Therefore, students, remember, mark my words, learn these 3 subjects perfectly without any issue. Now, some of the students are struggling. 25 students. They are asking recordings. Ane sir, mata දැන් recording ටික එවන්නකො මට දැන් බලන්න ඕනේ ආයේ මුලින් ඉඳලා හරියට කරා නම් recording බල ඉන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. Right? So think about the advantages about the online classes. If you go for a physical class, for those kind of students, can they have recordings? So you also can. For my students, anytime you can have recordings. Right? You have recording access for any time. For my theory students, others actually they have to purchase recordings. Okay? For my students, anytime freely available, you can watch them. But I'm recommending all of you to attend for the online classes, live classes. Don't try to watch the recording. Recording collect කරගෙන ඉන්න. Right? So and here I will point out what is the difference between online and physical classes. Yeah, we need a physical class. That's obvious. It's okay, fine. But remember, students, the advantage of going for an online class is what? As I mentioned, you can have access for the recordings. Right? Sometimes in the physical classes, they do not have, but some people have. Right? And the next thing is, in online class, actually, I'm focusing only on you. If some people are doing hybrid classes, online, physical, both together, it's very difficult, right? This is online interactive session. I can discuss with you everything lively, right? We can share the things, we can share videos, you can share the materials easily, quickly, right? So this is the advantage of online classes. You don't have to waste your time. Now just imagine if you are going for a class, traveling time minimum should be 20 minutes. Sometimes maximum will be 1 hour, right? So just imagine you are going for 4 hour classes, right? Then you are spending 1 hour for the one trip, and for the second trip, that means coming back 1 hour. So then you are wasting 2 more hours for the traveling time. And after you come home, again you feel tired. You are wasting 1 or 1.5 hour again. Okay? And traveling fee, you have to spend money, right, for the traveling. Now going in a bus also actually what expensive, not like before. So therefore, you can save your money, you can save your time also when you are attending for the online classes. I'm sure, I guarantee that I will make you feel this is kind of a physical class, because I don't waste at least 1 minute in my online class. You can watch the recordings in my YouTube channel, how I have conducted 3 hour classes for 25 edge. No other talkings, only 3 hours teaching, right? Because in online, we are reducing our time waste. Can you understand? In physical classes, actually, we have to what? Yeah, physical interactive is okay, fine. We can what? Get to know about each other. We can see the teacher, and we can ask the questions from a teacher directly. Those things are okay. But these kind of issues are also there. Can you understand? So that's why I'm telling you to attend for the online class. I'm very sure, but I don't know about other classes. In my chemistry class, I can make you feel that you are already in a physical class. No other talkings, 3 hours continuously, and you will have small break at the middle.
No.
Right? Don't speak to Mike. If you have any doubts, put your doubts in the chat box. Huh? Don't speak to Mike. So the reason that I'm telling you that one is actually for others also it will be disturbing. Right? Do you have any doubts? Anything? Okay. Okay, ne? So that is about our online class, right? Rather than you are going for a physical class. This is the advantage. Now, look at this one, students. So this is actually general chemistry. 3 units we have to discuss. Next one, number 4. Number 4 is actually a gaseous state of matter. That means separately we have to discuss about the gas, right? In this gaseous state, we are going to discuss about Boyle law, Charles law, right? Avogadro law, right? Then we are going to discuss about ideal gas equation. Do you know what does mean by ideal gas equation? What is ideal gas equation? Anyone? You have to learn these things in future, right? PV equal nRT. Have you heard about this one? We can apply this equation and we have to do the calculation. That means gaseous state of matter is what? Physical chemistry unit, right? Chemical calculation is the basement. In order to do the 5 physical chemistry units, you should have the basic foundation properly in the calculation. Now we have completed that foundation for the 25 batch. Now the next batch is yours, right? We are going to discuss perfect balance calculation. That means perfect calculations in the theory class as well as in the paper class, right? So therefore, you have to learn these 3 units perfectly first of all. Then you don't have to worry. Other units are easy. Can you understand? Other units are easy. So remember, if someone saying that chemistry is subject, because you didn't find the correct way of learning chemistry. You didn't find out the correct guidance. මම හැමතිස්සෙම ළමයින්ට කියන දෙයක් තමයි chemistry කටපාඩම් කරන්න යන්න එපා. කටපාඩම් කරන්න ඕන දේවල් මම කියන්නේ. තියෙන හැම එකම කටපාඩම් කරන්න යන්න. Can you understand? From the beginning, all the students are memorizing, but no one is trying to understand the concept. Make a මෙහෙම වෙන්නේ ඇයි? Why is this? Why we should learn this? Why we can apply? How we can apply this one for the questions? That's the way you have to learn. Understand? Alright? අපි short note methods හදාගෙන හිමීට තමයි ඔක්කොම ලොඩ දාගන්න. Right? When you memorize something, now you just take your O-level exam. Now you studied for your O-level exam, right? You studied for your O-level exam. Now you can realize that you have forgotten few things that you studied by now. දැන් මං හිතන්නේ සතියක් විතර වෙනවනේ. Last Wednesday only the examination. Yeah, almost 1 week. So that's the nature. Everything is forgettable. Then what we have to do? So එතකොට chemistry කියන එක පාඩම් කරන්නේ නැත්නම් කොහොමද කරන්නේ? We have to do the questions. Past papers, model papers, school term test papers. In my class, you have continuity test paper, rim paper. Addition to that one, homework questions are there. එදිනෙදා කරන වැඩ එදිනෙදා මේකේ A level වල කරේ නැත්නම් you can't go for a good result. Can you understand? Right? I'll tell you what are the qualities that you should develop in order to get a capital A for chemistry. The Hyundai, because first of all, you all are very lucky. Why? You have chosen biology or maths, right? Chemistry में commerce art කරන කට්ටියට වඩා ඔයගලන්ට පොඩි තියනවා දෙයක්. You have something than them, right? After your A level, you will realize how your brain is working. I realized that one, right? Completely. Again, before O level, that means before A level and after A level, two people, right? Something else, not physically, right? කොහොමද අපි growth වෙන එක වෙනම කතාව. මම කියන්නේ mentally growth වෙනවා. The හිතන විදිය, the thinking patterns, everything is different. The reason is the 3 subjects that you have chosen. මේවා ඔළුවට හිතන්න තියෙනවා විතරයි මේ subject. මේ ඔළුව වැඩ කරන subject. So these are the subjects where that our brain is working. Hitanama, thinking, working, right? We have a good kind of a self-discipline, self-control, everything we are learning, right? Students, remember this is a game, right? Challenge yourself. I'm accepting this challenge. Anyhow, I'm going to complete this game, right? After the game, you will realize what you have done, what are the things you have gained, and how I can go for my success path, right? Okay, now physical chemistry unit, and the next one is energetics. Energetics is actually unit number 5. I told you about this one. So these 2 units are physical chemistry. So what are the units that's coming for our first term test examination in school? What are the units coming for the first term examination? We did first 3 units. This is actually up to the first term test. Now our 25 students are ready for the first term test, right? We have done enough papers, we have covered all the theories, so they are ready for the first term test. In June, actually, they are going to give the first term test for them. And from the next month onwards, we are going to start unit number 4 and unit number 5. So this is second term test. Now you are in grade 12. The whole you are not in grade 11. Now you are in grade 12. So the grade 12 second term test is coming under these 5 units. First 3 units, gaseous state of matter and energetics. From the next month onwards, we are going to prepare for the second term test for 25 batch. Now, from the next week onwards, you all are going to prepare for the first term test. From next week, we are starting first unit, right? Number 6, chemistry of SP and D block elements. Right? So what are these SPD block elements? So this is actually coming under inorganic chemistry. Grade 12, third term test. Have you seen the periodic table? Periodic table. Have you seen the periodic table? Yes. I know that all of you have seen that, right? No doubt about it. So this is the periodic table. Okay. Can you see that? Periodic table of elements. Yes. In this periodic table, we can categorize the elements in blockwise. Some of the elements are in this block, that means S block. Some of the elements are in P block. Some of the elements are in D block. Some of the elements are in D block. No. Yes. I thought you would ask this question. Sir, should we memorize the periodic table? No. You don't have to memorize the periodic table. At least I can't remember the periodic table. මම periodic table මතක තියාගෙන ඉඳලා නැහැ. මම කිව්වනේ. මතක තියාගන්න එක නෙමෙයි වැදගත්. අපි machine නෙමෙයි. We are not machines. Right? Machines are what? We input data and it does something. ඒක මතක ඒක එහෙම කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. අපි දෙයක් හිතලා කරන්නේ. But in the theory class, I'm recommending you to write down the electron configuration of 56 elements, first 56, hydrogen to barium. Then automatically you will remember that. What automatically right? So don't put effort to memorize the elements in the periodic table. Automatically it will happen. You will see that one. You will notice that one in my class. It will happen. Okay. So no need to memorize. Okay. But if you are really interested, if you have that kind of a capability, yes, of course, you can do that one. No need to take a step back, right? It's okay, fine, right? Now, since they have given here chemistry of SPD block elements, I'm going to describe here you that in this periodic table, students, can you see that? Here in left-hand side corner, there are a few elements, right? So these elements are considered as S block elements. And in the right-hand side corner, we have elements. Those are considered as P block elements. At the middle, we have D block elements. At the bottom, we have F block elements. That means the periodic table can be classified under 4 parts: S, P, D, F. What are they? What are the 4 parts? S block, P block, D block, and F block. F block actually we are not going to discuss in our advanced level syllabus. But if you want to discuss this one, go for the universities or go for the further studies, you can discuss about it. F block elements are categorized under lanthanide series and the actinide series, right? S block means actually alkaline metals and alkaline earth metals. P block elements, most of the metals are non-metals. D block, all the elements are metals. And we have liquid metal as mercury. We are going to analyze about them under this topic. So is there any method to study these things before you teach or before you school teach? Yes, students. Those who are really interested in these things, if you want to discuss this, learn these things before school teach or in tuition class, before tuition class, if you want to cover them, you have government issues resource books. Have you heard about that one? I think Mudita sir said that one, right? For the biology students. Addition to the Campbell book, actually, you have to refer the resource book also. Ne? So for the chemistry subject also, you have resource books, right? You can buy the resource book from NIE, Maharagama. If you can't come there, don't worry, you can order, online order. And if you go for the NIE website, you can download them also, right? And National Institute of Education, NIE. Those who are near, those who are living in Colombo, actually you can go for Maharagam and buy the books. If not, you can take the PDFs and take the printout. If not, you can online. I will upload after today's class. I'm uploading all the resource books. There are 5 resource books. I'm uploading all of them to the WhatsApp group. If you want, you can take the printout and keep that one. Why? The reason is, if you want, if you are interested really, you can refer the units before I teach. Right, in the theory class, we can discuss the doubts if you have. The next thing is, the question paper, A-level examination paper is made by resource books. My all the notes are depending on the resource book. There are some errors in the resource book as well. I'm discussing those things. But my chemistry note, I'm giving tudes for all the units. All the tutorials, all the notes are depending on the resource book, nothing else. ඉතින් exam එකට එන්නේ resource book එක නම් අපි resource book එකට අනුකූලව, right? Not completely resource book, but following the resource book, we have to give the notes. That's how my notes are made, right? I'm not giving, yeah, if it is compulsory, I'm giving additional notes. Some of the things are there because you have to learn, you have to face for the exam. So for the exam, we need some additional things. Okay. Resource books can be downloaded from NIE website. Go for that one. If you want to buy this one, online order. If not, you can buy this one from NIE. Okay. Yes, Amna. So only resource books we have to use, or we have to take any additional books? Yes, that's a good question. Most of the students are asking this one. You don't have to buy additional books for now. For now, I'm recommending you to buy only these resource books only. Only these resource books. Later, you have to buy past paper book. Still, you are not ready for do the past papers, right? If you consider the first unit, do you know that what is the contribution for the past paper, A-level paper from the first unit? Just 1 mark. CN ekai, 1 MCQ, right? So I'm sending you these tutorials today. So this is your first theory tutorial, atomic structure part 1. And addition to that one, I'm giving you chemistry past paper questions and answers. So this is related to the first unit. In this unit, actually, we have only MCQs from 1980. That's MCQ ටික තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ එක MCQ එක exam එකට අහන්න. From the first unit. Nothing else. So therefore, in order to do that MCQ only, we have to do this unit for 3 months. No, don't think like that. This unit, I told you, this unit, other 13 units are totally depending on the first one. මේක හරියට ඉගෙන ගත්තොත් අනිත් ඒවා හරියට කරගන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Everything is connected. So therefore, first of all, you have to learn this one. Right? So I'll tell you how you can get these 2 tutorials at the end of the session. Now, so Amna, you don't have to buy any books. You have to buy only the resource books for now. Right? Past paper book, actually, yeah, you can't do the past papers now. So past papers now you can't do. So you can later buy past papers. I'll tell you what is the book you have to buy. Right? If you want to buy other books, I'm not recommending, but yeah, you can buy anything you want. That is depending on you. Right? Now, students, we are done with the grade 12. Grade 12 first term test, second term test, third term test, and these are the units that you have to learn. Shall we move for the grade 13? Let's move for the grade 13. In grade 13, the first unit you have to learn, that means unit number 7, basic concepts of organic chemistry. Basic concepts of organic chemistry. Okay, this is unit number 7. And unit number 8. Unit number 8 is hydrocarbons and halohydrocarbons. Number 9. Number 9 is basic concept for organic chemistry is the 7th one. Hydrocarbons, halohydrocarbons. Oxygen containing organic compounds. Oxygen containing organic compounds. Number 10. Nitrogen containing organic compounds. Number 11. Chemical kinetics. First of all, you should know what is the syllabus. What are the things you have to learn before we go for the discussion of the unit. So next one is chemical equilibrium. Chemical equilibrium. And next one, unit number 13, is electrochemistry. Unit number 14, industrial chemistry. And environmental pollution. These are the grade 13 units. Basic concept of organic chemistry, hydrocarbons and halohydrocarbons, oxygen containing organic compounds, nitrogen containing organic compounds. All these 4 units come under organic chemistry. OC, organic chemistry. Got it? So this is actually grade 13 first term test. That means if you consider the grade 13, all these units will come up to these units. And the next one, these are organic chemistry. Chemical kinetics and equilibrium, also physical chemistry. We have to do calculations. For the 24 batch, we are doing now currently chemical equilibrium. Physical chemistry. Physical chemistry is actually second term test. Got it? And the last 2 units, definitely you know that, third term test. Electrochemistry also coming under physical chemistry. Environmental and industrial chemistry coming under separately. I'll consider that one is IEC. So this is actually third term test. After the third term test, what is the test you have? Your crucial test. The examination that depends whether you are going for the university or not, what kind of a path you are going to choose after A-level. So is the next test, what is it? GCE, Advanced Level Examination 2026. Got it? So this is the syllabus. How many units are there? 14 units, right? Now, if you go for these 4 units, basic concepts of organic chemistry means actually organic chemistry means what? Monada be organic chemistry igana ganne? Anyone, any idea? A simple idea. Anyone can? Yeah, the test that choose our dream. Yes, of course. About carbon. Sajida, good, very good. Any idea? Carbon, hydrogen. Carbon containing things. Yes, yes, very good, very good, very good, very good. You all are good, huh? Very good. I can see that some of you have very you are interested in learning this one. I can see that one. Very good, huh? Really appreciate it. Under this topic, we are going to first of all learn compounds which containing carbon and hydrogen. Organic compounds means definitely carbon and hydrogen is there, right? So therefore, mainly we discuss that one under hydrocarbons, but we can say that organic compounds, carbon containing compounds. Why special so carbon? Why carbon is so special? Right? Carbon can form 4 bonds, carbon can form double bonds, triple bonds, right? Okay, you find that one, right? I told you I want to make the curiosity. What is organic chemistry? Why we should learn organic chemistry? We are going to discuss that one under the unit. But before that, you have to search. The ඔයගලන්ගේ පැත්තේ පොඩි වැඩක් තියෙනවා හරි. කියන්නේ දැන් මම උගන්වන theory මම perfectly I'm teaching all the theories perfect. But from your side also some kind of a contribution. ඒ කියන්නේ class එකට එන්න කලින් පොඩ්ඩක් ඒ ගැන හොයලා, right? How we can find that one? I told you resource books are there. YouTube there, Google there, search that one. Now you have ChatGPT also, right? It's okay, fine. Search them. What exam එකේදී ChatGPT පාවිච්චි කරන්න බෑනේ. ඒක දැන් පාවිච්චි කරන්න. Right? So therefore find everything. හොයන්න. අලුතෙන් දේවල් ඉගෙන ගන්න. Understood? I will lead you for the correct path. මම ඔයගලන්ට path එක පෙන්නනවා. මට ඔයගලන්ව අතින් අල්ලගෙන එක්කන් යන්න බෑ. එන්න යන්න. එහෙම කියලා එක්ක යන්න බෑ. මම ඔයගලන්ට path එක පෙන්නනවා අතන මෙන්න මේ විදියට යන්න, මේ විදියට කරන්න. මෙන්න මෙතන තියෙනවා පොඩි බැරිය එකක්. ඒක පහු කරලා යන්න ඕනේ. නැගිටලා දුවන්න ඕනේ ආපහු. Likewise I am guiding you. But I can't carry you. Understood? You have to walk in the path. Keep that in your mind. Right. So under basic concepts, we are going to learn about what are the organic chemistry, organic molecules we have to discuss. And the next thing is, what are the molecules we have to discuss? What are the types? Alcohols, aldehyde, ketones, carboxylic acid, esters. So many organic compounds are there. Again, අපි කතා කරන්නේ organic molecules ಜಾති 15ක් ගැන විතරයි. ඊට වඩා දේවල් තියෙනවා. නමුත් we are going to discuss only about 15 organic compound types, right? Alcohols, ethers, alkenes, alkynes, alkanes. Those are the things. Alkyl halide. Under the hydrocarbons and halohydrocarbons, we are going to discuss about carbon and hydrogen containing compounds. Halohydrocarbon means halogen atom is carbon. Chlorine, bromine, iodine like halogen atoms are carbon. Oxygen containing organic compounds. What are they? Alcohol. Now, ethanol. You have learned that how to make ethanol in your O-level time, right? If I am correct. Is that correct? Ethanol. You have learned that one, right? In your O-level time? Yeah. Ethanol means ethyl alcohol. Yes. Ethyl alcohol. Yes. Ethanol means ethyl alcohol. And then we have aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acid. Can you remember I wrote the chemical formula for acetic acid? CH3C double bond OH. 18 oxygen containing organic compound. Addition to carbon and hydrogen, oxygen atom is also there. So that is oxygen containing. So what does mean by nitrogen containing organic compounds? Nitrogen containing organic compounds means we have nitrogen also. That means we have amines, amides. So likewise we have compounds. Cyanide, nitrogen is there. Carbon is connected to nitrogen. So these are the things we have to discuss about organic chemistry. Organic chemistry is actually my personal favorite. ඒ කියන්නේ මම ආසම chemistry වල part එක ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් මෙහෙමයි ඉතින් ආසයි කියලා ඉතින් මේකට විතරක් ඉතින් කරන්න බෑ, right? So you have to learn everything perfectly, but this is actually my favorite. Not only mine, but for the most of the students the favorite part is organic chemistry. Now 23 batch and 24 batch told me that after learning from me, actually they found that they are really interested in organic chemistry, the way I'm teaching organic chemistry and the physical chemistry, calculations, more than the theories, right? So that was their opinion, but it can be depend on the person, right? So this is actually really interesting. Currently I'm doing a session known as organic therapy. Again, organic වල පොඩි conversions කරන්න අපිට පොඩි දවයක් විදියට YouTube එකේ පොඩි වැඩක් කරගෙන යනවා organic therapy කියලා. So you can see that there are 2 sessions I have uploaded in the YouTube. So පොඩක් ගිහලා බලන්න මේ sir මොනවද මේ කරලා දෙන්නේ කියලා පොඩක් ගිහලා බලන්න. So what he has done, is he doing the same thing that he is telling, right? So you have to find out these things, okay? My YouTube channel is the best thing actually you can find out myself about my group, right? So then this is about organic chemistry grade 13 first term test. Now you are very closer to the exam. In the second term test, we have to discuss about kinetics. What does mean by kinetics? Kinetics means actually how fast the reaction occurs. That means in this topic we are going to discuss about rate of the reaction, right? That means if we have a reaction like A plus B reacting together to form C and D, we define that rate, again, speed decker is equal to K concentration of A to the power some power. මේ ඔයගලන්ට තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ තාම මේක කොහොමද ගත්තේ කියලා නිකන් idea. Rate කියලා කියන්නේ මේ reaction එකක speed එක. So here also some mathematical stuffs are related, and we are going to learn about catalyst, how the temperature is affecting to the rate of the reaction, how the concentration is affecting. So likewise, few things we are going to learn under this. Next one, equilibrium. What does mean by equilibrium? Equilibrium කියලා කියන්නේ සිංහලෙන් අපි කියන සමතුලිතතාව. Right? So as you have learned in your O-level time, I don't know whether you have learned about this thing. A plus B reacting with C and D to produce C and D. Right? Look at the difference between these two reactions. A plus B reacting with C and D, and C and D is again reacting with C and D reacting in order to form A and B. These are considered as irreversible reactions. That means no backward, no turning back. And these reactions are considered as what? Reversible reactions. Again, the amount of C and D formed again reacting together to form A and B. Reversible reaction. Samatulitataave, right? Equilibrium. ඉස්සරහටත් යනවා පිටිපස්සටත් යනවා. We are going to discuss those things under chemical equilibrium. Very, very interesting. Mark my words, these grade 13 units are very interesting, more than grade 12 units. It doesn't mean that grade 12 units are not interesting. They are also. But more than that, these things are very interesting. Chemistry වල මුලදී තියෙන subject එකේ හැටි බලලා decide කරන්න බෑ මේක තමයි subject. Don't decide like that. So actually you have to learn the chemistry subject perfectly, then only you will realize. Hari? So these are actually what? Heavy weapons, huh? මේවා බරාවි. Right? මේවායින් ප්‍රශ්න දෙන්න පුළුවන්, ලස්සනට ප්‍රශ්න දෙන්න පුළුවන් අපි කතා කරන paper class එකේදී. Right? 24 paper class is ongoing on Monday night. So we are going to discuss about these things. So ලස්සන පාඩම්, right? ඒකට මේක ලස්සන subject එකක් හරියට ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ. You have to learn this one. හරි? දැනෙන්න කියලා දෙන්න පුළුවන් මට. ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැනෙන්න කරන්න. You have to do that one. Then only you can face for the exam, right? So under the chemical equilibrium, we are going to discuss about reversible reactions, right? So I think you haven't learned about this one, right? If I'm correct. Have you learned about this one before? About the reversible reactions in your O-level time? Please tell me yes or no in the chat box. Quickly. Anyone? Yes, but not with the examples. Okay, good. Right, okay. Then you have an idea about these things, huh? Equilibrium. Electrochemistry. What are the things you have to learn under the electrochemistry? So if we reverse photosynthesis, we get respiration reaction. Yes, yes. Yes, that is the example. Photosynthesis. That is the correct. That is the correct. Okay. That means you have learned about the reversible reactions, right? You know that one. Right. The next one, electrochemistry. Electrochemistry. In your oral time, actually, you had an idea, small idea about that. But we are going to learn about under few things here. Can you remember, students? We learn about electrochemical cells, electrolytic cells, two types of cells, right? We are adding a cathode and anode in this way to a solution, right? You can pass the current and you can light a bulb here, right? Using the current electricity produced by this electrochemical cell, right? We can consider this one as a zinc anode. This one is copper cathode. This is positively charged. This is negatively charged. So likewise, you have learned about these things. Can you remember? So we are going to discuss about these things further in the electrochemistry. In the electrochemistry, we are going to discuss about two types of cells. Electrolytic cells, electrochemical cells. Now, what I hit under the battery. If you take a small battery, or 1.5 volt වගේ තියෙන battery. So that battery is also a cell. What kind of a cell is that? So that is actually electrochemical cell or electrolytic cell. Battery. If you consider the car battery, if you consider the phone battery, what is it? Chemical cell, right? Chemical cell. Electrochemical cell means a chemical reaction occurs and we are taking the current outside. Electrolytic cell means what? Current is there, it's converting to chemical energy. Using the current, we are going to convert that one into chemical energy. We are going to discuss these things in electrochemistry. Interesting, right? These things are very interesting. Last topic, industrial chemistry and environmental pollution. Under the industrial chemistry, you are going to learn about how we can form magnesium, how we can form sodium hydroxide, sodium carbonate, sulfuric, HNO3, when a chemical compounds, how we can make them industrially. Did you think about like this? How these chemicals came for the school laboratory? Chemical shops වලින්. Chemical shops වලට කොහොමද ආවේ? මේවා හදනවා. People are making these things. Sulfuric, HNO3, right? Iron. We are going to discuss about the iron. How industrially we can make iron using hematite. How we can make salt, sodium chloride. So those are the things we are going to discuss under industrial chemistry. Okay. And the next one is environmental pollution. Environmental pollution කියලා කියන්නේ කොහොමද? අපි කොහොමද මේ environment එක තව ටිකක් pollute කරන්නේ එහෙමද? දැන් තමත් කළා දින මදිද? Right? So therefore we are going to further pollute this one. Under the environmental chemistry, we are going to learn what are the things, what are the ways that actually we are polluting the environment and how we can reduce them. Right? So, for example, acid rain and the gases emitting from the vehicles, nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitric oxide, like very toxic gases, how we can reduce them, how they are affecting to our day-to-day life. Photochemical smoke, right? I don't know whether you notice this one. Sometimes in New Delhi, India, if you go for the New Delhi, you may have heard about this one. The complete atmosphere is yellow color. Sometimes, some kind of a yellow smoke. That is what? Photochemical smoke. We are going to discuss about those things. Yes, photochemical smoke. So those things actually discuss under this topic, right? So chemistry means, students, remember, if you analyze this our syllabus, everything is related to us. I can give you any practical example for any lesson. If you consider our body also, in our body also chemical reactions are taking place. In biology also you have learned, right? If you eat food, what will happen? These foods are reacting with acids, enzymes, and what? Decomposing into the nutrients, and the body take the energy from that chemical reaction. So everything is chemistry, right? If you go and analyze it, right? So this is our A-level chemistry syllabus that I want to discuss with you. Got it? Can you understand? Right? Okay. Right. Time is going very fast. We have to discuss two more things, and let's go for Q&A session. That means you have any doubts, if you can ask them. Okay. Right. Now, students, you know about the chemistry syllabus. The main categories are general chemistry, inorganic chemistry, organic chemistry, and the next one is physical chemistry, right? And then we have to discuss about what? We are going to discuss about our A-level examination paper structure. Very, very important, right? Now, all your eyes and ears should be here. Paper structure. Which kind of a paper that you are going to face in 2026 August? Right? Now you know the syllabus. Which kind of a paper that you have to face? A-level paper structure. A-level paper, I'm going to categorize two parts, part 1, and here we have part 2. Part 1 paper is considered as MCQ, multiple choice questions. Part 2 is considered as SCQ and EQ, structured essay questions and essay questions. In MCQ paper, how many MCQs you have? In O-level time, how many MCQs you had for the science paper? Yes, in our paper actually, yeah, O-level paper you had 40 MCQs. Now here we have 50 MCQs. 50 MCQs. Remember, normally in O-level time you had only 4 options. Yes. You know that one, right? In O-level time you had only 4 options. Now another trouble is included. O-level කාලේ තිබේ troubles 4යි. දැන් තව trouble එකක් එකතු වෙලා troubles 5ක් තියෙනවා. ඔය troubles 5න් හරිම trouble එක පාගන්න. Right? Why I'm telling this one as a trouble? Trouble තමයි ඉතින් නේද? ඉතින් පොඩ ඉතින් right? yeah. So 1 2 3 4 5 likewise 5 options are there. You have to choose the correct one. You will be given an answer sheet in the examination and you have to put a cross on the correct answer, right? So normally 1 to 30, these questions are 5 options, but 31 to 40, the question type is different. 41 to 50, question type is different. These question types, I will discuss that one in the theory class. I'm not going to discuss that one here because a little bit complicated. And I have included that one in this tutorial. That means past paper question under the instructions I have given, right? Under the instructions, how we can, which kind of questions you will get from 31 to 40 and 41 to 50, right? 1 to 30, normal 30 questions with 5 answers, but here we have statements, here also we have statements. We have to check whether these statements are correct or wrong, right? So that's what we are going to discuss on this topic. These questions, right? So each question carries how many marks? There are 50 MCQs. Each MCQ carries 50 marks. 50, right? For the MCQ paper, you are given 2 hours students. For these 50 MCQs, you are given 2 hours. You are given 2 hours. Understood? You are given 2 hours for this MCQ paper. Now, let's go for a comparison between part 1 and part 2. But before that, first of all, learn this one. Now let's move to the part 2. In the part 2, this is very interesting. In the part 2, actually, this is dividing into, again, 3 parts. Part A is structured essay questions. Then we have part B, essay questions. Part C, also essay questions. Part C. Okay. Then in the structured essay paper, we have 4 questions. In the structured essay question paper, we have 4 questions. I'll tell you, the first question is made by general chemistry. First 3 units, general chemistry. Second question is made by inorganic chemistry. Third question is made by physical chemistry. But we don't know exactly physical chemistry, which unit. That's the difficulty. It can be unit 4, unit 5, unit 11, unit 12, unit 13, anything. And the last one is organic chemistry. Remember, students, each question in the structured essay paper carries 100 marks. On the make of my seriousness. Next, if you go for the essay paper, in essay paper, you have two parts, part B and part C. In part B, we have 3 questions. First question is from physical chemistry. Second also physical chemistry. Second one is inorganic chemistry and physical chemistry both. In part C, we have first question is organic chemistry. Second question is inorganic chemistry plus general chemistry, that means a calculation part. And third one is industrial and environmental chemistry. Phew. See the paper. Remember, in part B and part C, you have options. Out of these 3 questions, you have to choose 2 questions. Just imagine, I'm going to choose these 2 questions and I'm going to drop this one. In part C, again, you have to choose 2 questions and I'm going to drop 1 question. That means, students, you have to do 4 structured essay questions compulsory. It's a must. If you go for the essay paper, again, you have to do 4 essay questions. It's a must. Physical chemistry, industrial chemistry, physical chemistry plus question, and physical chemistry another question. Out of these 3, you have to choose 3, right? And here also we have to choose 2. Now, in essay paper, each question carries 150 marks. Just imagine you are choosing these 2 questions, 150 here, 150 here, sorry, 150 here, 150 here. And here also 150, here also 150. That means you have 2 150 questions. Right? Now tell me, for the total essay paper, that means for the part 2, I didn't mention what is the time duration. So the time that you are given for the essay paper, 3 hours. But from the 2018 examination, the examination department decided to give additional 10 minutes to read the paper for reading. Because they have noticed that most of the students are not reading the paper, right? So therefore, you are given 3 hours and 10 minutes. You are given 3 hours and 10 minutes for the essay paper. If you consider the total mark that you can gain from the essay paper, how much is that? Students, here you have 4 structured essay questions, 100, 200, 300, and 400. And here we have another 300. So therefore 700. And here another 300,000. That means for the essay paper, you have 1000 marks. 1000. I have a simple question for you. For you, tell me, is 50 easy or 1000 easy? Which one is easy for you? මට නම් අරක ලේසි 50 easy. දැන් මේක මම පළවෙනි වතාවට ගත්තේ මට බය හිතෙනවා. ඔයගලන්ටත් එහෙම සමහරට හිතනවා. Which one is easy? 50 is easy. 1000. So what will happen to this 1000? This 1000 is again reduced to 50. ඒ කියන්නේ මේක බෙදලා 50 වලට ගන්නවා. ඒ කියන්නේ just imagine you are taking 1000 marks for the essay paper. Complete 1000 marks. කවුරුත් එහෙම ගන්නෙ නෑ හොඳේ. එහෙම ගන්න බෑ. Right? You can't do that one. Even Island first actually get less marks for the than 1000. Okay, no one can get 1000 out of 1000. If he want to get 1000 out of 1000, actually he has to write the marking scheme, right? but I don't know whether someone got those 1000 marks. I don't know. Anyway, just imagine you got 1000. In order to round off this one for the 50, you have to divide this one by 20. Then only what will happen? 50. That means the overall mark that you get for the essay paper dividing by 20, and then you have the essay paper mark 50. Then 50-50 summation is 100. Then you can decide what is your result, right? Just imagine you got 750. Correct? Out of 1000 you got 750. What they will do? This 750 is going to divide by 20. 0 0, and here we have 37.5. Then for the essay paper, out of 50 your mark is 37.5. Then just imagine you got 40 MCQs correctly in your MCQ paper. Then 40 plus 37.5. Then your overall mark is, your final grade is 77.5. Therefore, what is the result? A O, B O, C, S O F. What is it? More than 75 means A. Can you understand? But remember, out of 1000, you have to get at least more than 750. So that's why I told you, getting marks for the essay paper is not easy. But don't worry, we have a plan. We have a long-term plan, and we going for that one properly. We don't have short-term plans, right? We can't do that one. It's very difficult, right? For the revision students only, they have some kind of short-term plans because they have covered the syllabus before. So for you all, we have some kind of a long-term plan. Step by step, we are growing. එක පාට 1000 800ක් 700ක් ලියන්න අපිට බෑ. MCQs are easy. Remember students, in my examination, I got 46 MCQs correctly out of 50. That is the most affecting factor for my chemistry A. I got chemistry A. For that A, this is the affecting factor. I'm focusing my students more on MCQs. අන්තිම කාලේ, ඒ කියන්නේ අන්තිම මාස පහේ MCQ paper දෙකක්වත් කරන්න ඕනේ past papers. හැමදාම. ඒ කියන්නේ 100ක් කරන්න හැමදාම. Not from one subject, from all subjects. Now 24 students are doing that one, right? Because they are very close to examining, right? So therefore, මේ 1000ට වඩා මේ 50 ලේසි. ඒතකොට ඔයගොල්ලෝ target කරන්න ඕනේ ඉස්සල්ලාම මේ MCQ paper හරියට කොට දාගන්න. Can you understand? First of all, you have to focus on the MCQ. Students, mark my words, chemistry MCQ paper is easy than physics MCQ, right? Physics වල ඔගේ අනිත් පැත්ත. essay එක ලේසි, MCQ එක අමාරුයි. chemistry වල MCQ is easy, essay is difficult. හරි. ඒතකොට you have to be very tricky when you are focusing on marks. You have to identify your strength, your weaknesses. So our strength is actually MCQ paper. මේකට 40ක් ගන්නවා කියන ගේමක් නෑ. 50න් 40ක් ගන්නවා කියලා කියන්නේ ගේමක් නෑ වැඩ කරපු ළමයි. වැඩ කරන්න නැතුව 40ක් නිකන් එන්නේ නෑ, right? So 40 නිකන් එන්නේ නෑ. So you have to work for that one. You have to pay your hard work, right? So then only you can get more than 4. And if you do the essay paper, that means if you get ready for the essay paper from the beginning by following my instructions perfectly, definitely you can go for 750 or more than that. Easily you can go for that one. හැබැයි මුලින් ඉඳලා හරියට කරන්න ඕනේ. Past papers ටික හරියට කරන්න ඕනේ, right? So from the addition to the theory note, I'm sending you the past paper tutorial also. So you have to do them, and you have to send the PDFs to me, right? So our work plan, I'll tell you what is our work plan, then you can understand. So this is the essay paper. මේ essay paper එකේ තියෙන crucialම thing එක තමයි. The first important thing is time management. You will realize that when you go for the essay paper, time is not enough. MCQ paper කරලා පැය භාගයක් විතර බලන් ඉන්න පුළුවන්. මම නම් මගේ exam එකේ මේක කරලා පැය භාගයක් අන්තිම වෙලාවේ බලන් ඉන්නේ කියලා කියන පොඩක් double check කරා, right? So වෙලාව ඉතුරුයි. But in the essay paper, it's not like that. In essay paper, you will feel that time is not there for most of the students. But if you perfectly well plan, if you execute that plan, in the examination, you can finish the essay paper nicely. My students did that one. I don't know about the others. Time management is the important thing. I'll tell you what is the method to practice the time management. For a A-level student, the most important thing should be time management. Time manage karan igana gani. Right? I'm going to discuss that one. So this is the way of A-level paper. Right? 14 units are there. These are the questions that you have to face, and these are the marks. Especially remember the essay paper is 3 hours and 10 minutes. In your O-level time, you did one subject soon after the other subject. Again, if you have today exam, tomorrow you have another exam, right? But in A-level, it's not like that. If you have today chemistry paper, chemistry first paper, chemistry second paper is on Friday, day after tomorrow. That means you have 1.5 day gap. So 10:30 you come at home, and then you have half of the day, and the next day. Then you have 1.5 day preparation for the next paper. So therefore, no issue, right? See, this is very interesting. This is sometimes you will feel that this is not fair. So this is not fair. Why? We have so many things in 2.5 years, and we have to write down everything that we learn within 5 hours and 10 minutes. Is that possible? Way seems that not possible, but we have to do that. So that is A-level exam, students. A-level exam is not learning theories only, not only learning theories, not only doing papers, right? How you are facing for the examination. That's why we have to do some kind of sessions like paper classes, additional paper things, term test papers. We are going to prepare you for the exam. So can we do all the things in online? Yes, we can do. I did that one. In my theory class, I told you now, I have 40 students. In my paper class, about 38, 35 students in 25 paper class. They are really doing well now for now. So in 26 budget also, I'm planning to do same thing, addition things are also. Right? Now in future, I have a plan to discuss all the past papers in YouTube as free lessons. Past papers free, right? Because additional like model papers, term test target papers, those things actually will be discussed with my students only. Currently, we are doing that one paper class in the paper class. Paper class again, I'll tell you when we are going to start that one. Soon after first grade is finished only, we are going to start the paper class, and we are going to get ready for the school term test. Right? Okay, so can you understand these things about your paper structure? I don't know about the biology paper structure, but physics is first one is MCQ is a little bit difficult. Taridu sir will tell you that. Taridu sir will conduct the session tonight, I think, right? 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Today we have physics session at night. Yeah, I'll my YouTube channel link. I'll give you Sandeep Prasad Chemistry, and I'll send you that one for the group also. Okay. Actually, we have to do. We have to prepare for this exam paper in this, right? That's the. Okay. Anything do you ask? Anything about the paper? How to join the physics session? Okay. After my session, after chemistry session, I will upload the Taridu sir has shared a post. In that post, actually, he has included his WhatsApp group. Join for the WhatsApp group, and session you can attend for the session. Okay. I'll give you the details soon after the class about the physics session that he is going to conduct tonight. Okay. Right. Now, we have discussed about the syllabus, paper structure, and this is the basic things to discuss. Okay. And for one last time, small thing. I think in this session, This will be the most important thing, right? Biology, actually, I don't know about the paper structure because I didn't do the biology. I did combined maths only. For the combined maths students, remember, in combined maths, we have two parts, PO and applied. Praveen sir will explain that one. For the PO maths paper, you have 1000 marks. For the applied paper, you have 1000 marks. So that 2000 should divided by 20 to get the 100 marks. So combined maths is something different. Understood? Right. Work plan. In our chemistry class. Right. Look at this. Now, when you consider the work plan, students, first of all, I'm preparing you all for my first target is, while we are going for our A-level examination, my first target is prepare you for the first term test examination, right? First term test that is going to conduct in your, so that is our main target, the first target, right? First term test. So in the first term test, as we discussed, we have to cover 3 units. The first 3 units, unit number 1, unit number 2, unit number 3. From the next week onwards, I'm going to start to discuss the unit number 1, the atomic theory of matter, cathode ray experiment, discovery of electrons. Those things I'm going to discuss about in the next class as the first session of our theory class. Okay. So we have to cover these 3 units. In order to cover these 3 units, you will get tutorials for each and every unit. That means the tutorials actually 2 types, theory tutorials and the question tutorials, right? So this is actually your first unit, theory tutorial part 1. So this is part 1, okay? You have 2 other parts. And this is the question tutorial, right? So these are the 2 main units. So how we can get the tutorials? All the tutorials will be sent to your home. As I mentioned you give your details, your correct name, your correct address is important, your mobile number, email address. If you don't have email address, doesn't matter. Mainly you have to give your name, correct name, address and the phone. Then I will send you all the tutorials. Now today, Sadhunim is our class coordinator. At the end of the session, I will put the Sadhunim is our class coordinator's number, and she will collect your details, and she is making a database, and then she is sending that one to me, and I'm sending all the tutorials in the next class, before the next class, right? So give your details, then you will get the tutorials, right? Theory and question tutorial for all these 3 units, right? Addition to these 3, what I'm going to do is, each and every week, you will have continuity test. What is this continuity test? Continuity test means, students, in order to keep the continuity of the lessons you learn week by week, we have to keep a test means actually I'm giving questions and I'm going to discuss. I believe to discuss these things. At the end of the class, I'm going to discuss, right? Small MCQs, 10 MCQs or 11 MCQs, 15 MCQs, I'm going to discuss. Continuity test. Then the next one is rim paper discussion. I did the rim paper discussion for 24 and 25 as well. For you also, I'm going to discuss this one. Rim paper. Rim paper means actually recall all your memory. Recall your memory. Right? So why we need to recall your memory? What is the reason? Because You are easily forgetting the things. Since you are forgetting the things easily, we have to discuss about these things, right? Addition to that one, we have some homework series also, right? Homework series. And soon after first unit finishes, at the mid of the second unit and third unit, I'm going to start our paper class. So why you are starting paper class sooner? Because I told you my target is first term test. මංගාව ඉගෙන ගන්න ළමයි ඉස්කෝලේ ගිහලා වැඩ පෙන්නන්න ඕන. You should get the highest marks in your school term test examination in your class. ඒකට තමයි මේ ready කරන්නේ. දැන් 25 ready. Right? Now the next page is yours one. You have to prepare for that. Right? So paper class, same way, all the papers will be sent to your home and discussing all the papers with you. Mainly I'm choosing a Royal College paper, Devi Balika Vidyalaya, Ananda Vidyalaya, right? Then Visakha Vidyalaya, then FWC papers. FWC papers කියලා කියන්නේ අපි කියන තොණ්ඩමානාරු කියලා කියනවා. Fieldwork Center. Fieldwork Center papers are very good quality papers made by Northern Province. And then addition to this one, DS My School, Zahira College. So likewise, we have some schools have chosen the good quality papers, right? Whatever the school doesn't matter, Gampaha Ratnavali Balika, right? So whatever the school doesn't matter, if they are quality papers, I'm going to discuss those papers with you. So that is our paper class, right? This is our first term test plan. Same plan will be executed for the second term test, third term test, and for the grade 13 also, right? Remember, this is the major plan for the first term test, and then for the each term we have separate plans. We are going to discuss the past paper questions separately in YouTube channel, as I mentioned you. You can join for that one also. You can cover the past paper questions. Doing past papers is very, very, very important. Whoever you are, ඔයා island first ගන්න හිටියත් කමන්නේ, you have to do the past papers. මම කියන විදියට හරියට වැඩේ කරොත් online එකේ class ඇවිල්ලා ඒකක් ගත්තා කියලා ඔයාට කියන්න පුළුවන් විදියට මම වැඩේ කරලා පෙන්නනවා. I can do that one. I have that capability because I have done these things with students. Right? Still I'm doing that one. So therefore, get ready if you want to get A for chemistry, if you can follow this workload. වැඩ කරන්න ඕනේ, right? නිකන් ඉන්න බෑ. You can't freely available always, right? You can't be I'm always freely available. Likewise, you can't stay. Commerce students, arts students, they can say that I'm freely available anytime, but you can't say always work. Yeah, sometimes we can have some chill, doesn't matter, right? I told you that our ultimate target is this one, 3 years, right? In order to get, after you get 3 years, you decide your path. You are whether you are going for medicine, engineering, surgeon, cardiology, anything that you can decide that path. Your path, physical science or bioscience, microbiology, any path you can decide. But ultimate target should be this one. Can you understand? So this is the work plan for our chemistry class. In our chemistry class, first plan is first term test. I'm preparing you for the first term test. In the first term test, if you go with this plan, if you stick with this plan properly, definitely you can get more than 85% in your school term test. That's very easy. First term test 85 is not easy. It's not difficult. Very easy. Anyone can get. I'm very sure that all of you will get this one if you follow this plan properly. I'm pretty sure about that. Right? In the second term test, third term test, you will see that your marks is going to reduce, but no need to panic because you have to continuously do that one. In the grade 13, you can again increase your marks. Right? A level exam එක nature එක මම ඊළඟට කතා කරනවා, right? What are the qualities you have to develop in order to face for the troubles? What are the things you have to develop in order to face for the barriers that you get? Right? So this is the work plan that you have to execute with me. Right? So quickly, my time is up. Let's move for the next thing. Last topic that I'm going to discuss with you. What are the qualities you should develop? You should focus or develop in order to get 3 A's in A-level exam. Right? Your target should be actually 3 A's in exam. Not for chemistry, for other subjects also. Students, I believe something like this. If I have achieved something in my life, the only reason is consistency, continuity. A person should have continuity or consistency, right? So the first quality that you have to develop is continuity. Continuity means you are going to do the same thing continuously but effectively, right? But effectively. Remember, when you do your A-level exam or in your life, right? If you consider our success, how is our success is actually discussed. Our success graph is not like that. Okay. So our success graph is not uniformly increasing. So I haven't seen any person like this. Our success is actually going in this way, always increasing. It's not like that. We have some ups and downs. We are going up, we are coming down, again we are going up, we have down. Sometimes we are at the zero level, and again we are getting up, coming down. So likewise, this is the way that we can go for the success. Right? So when you do your A-level examination also, same thing. Remember, you have ups and downs. You will feel very demotivated sometimes. I can't do this one. Right? Sometimes when you get low marks, you will be very disappointed. Right? But it's okay, students. I had also the same feeling when I'm doing A-level. But remember, you have to fall down, again get up and run. If you still stay there and cry, I can't do that one, nothing won't change. Right? Fall, fail, get up, run again. That is the way. වැටි නැගිටින්න. එක දිගට දුවන්න බෑ හැමෝට. Right? So this is a race, but continuously anyone can't do this. එක දිගට දුවන්න බෑ. වැටි තමයි යන්න. එතකොට මේ continuity කියන එක හරි වැදගත්. පටන් ගත්ත වැඩේ හරියට ඉවර කරගන්න. පටන් ගැනීමක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ, පවත්වාගෙන යාමක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ, ඒක හරියට ඉවර කරන්න. You have to start a work and continues that one properly and finish it perfect. That's the way. So A-level examination also that. So we have seen that most of the students are starting properly. All of you are starting properly, but you don't know how to maintain, how to control your continuity, and you are in a trouble at the end of the exam. Right? Most of the students, some of the students, they are starting very slowly, but okay, and they are maintaining that. They are continuing that, and at the end, they are going for the examining very successfully, effectively. So that's what I'm expecting. හැමෝම දුවන විදියට දැන් එක පාටට හැමෝම යන්න පටන් ගන්නවා, right? Don't be panic. Slowly start, right? අද දවසට වඩා හෙට කොහොමද ඔයා ඩෙවලොප් වෙන්නේ කියලා හිතන්න. අද දවසට වඩා හෙට කොහොමද ටයිම් එක සේව් කරන්න කියලා හිතන්න. You just think about tomorrow, how I can develop, right? You learn the lessons from the present. We can't change the past, we can't change the future. But at the moment, we can change the present, right? So present is becoming past. Present is becoming past when you go for the future, right? So future is actually yet to happen. So you can decide that one, what future is going to be. So that means at the moment, you have to play nice, right? So therefore, keep the continuity. Continuously, you do this. Once you know that once Bruce Lee said that thing like this, he's actually not afraid of a person who practice so many punches, so many different punches. He afraid of actually a person who practice one punch 1,000 times. Why? That one punch is very much powerful because he has continuously practiced that. That's what you have to do. Continuously, you have to practice. I'll tell you a nice example. I did my chemistry MCQ past papers 5 times. 5 times. After doing 5 times only, I managed to get 46 MCQs. Some of you can do only one time. Some of you have to do 10 times. That depends on you. Anyway, continuity does matter in your examination. It's a very powerful factor. Second one, time management. This is very, very important. Remember, I believe that we cannot defeat time, right? Anyone can defeat time here? What can anyone defeat time? Can you change it? You can you go for your childhood and you can change it? Can you change it? If not, can you go for the future and can you change it? In movies, we have seen that one, but practically, can you do that one? You just think about yourself. No, right? You can't do. We can't do that. We can't defeat time. අපි හැමෝම time එකට පරාදයි. නමුත් remember, you can manage the time, you can control the time. I told you, you have to just live in the present and you can decide what is your past and what is your future. Control. If you can control yourself in this moment, at this moment, you can save your time. I don't know what you have done in your O level, doesn't matter. If you have your O level knowledge is 0, doesn't matter. What you have done in O level is 0, doesn't matter. In A level time, from the next week onwards, we are going to start our lesson. Get ready and work for the A level exam. Work for your future. Your future is in your hand, not with your parents' hand, not with your teacher's hand. ඔයාගේ අනාගතේ ඔයාගේ අතේ විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. ඒක ඩිසයිඩ් කරන්න ඕනේ ඔයා. හරි? අපි මොනවා කිව්වත් ටීචර්ස්ලා මොනවා කිව්වත් ඔගොල්ලෝ වෙනින් දෙයක් කරන්න ඕනේ. You have to do something for yourself. I'm not telling that you're becoming selfish or self-centered, right? It's not like that. But first of all, you have to be good. That means you have to be stable. Then only you can take care of your family. Right? So therefore, this time management will be very important for a student, even for others also. Now, I'm also still struggling to manage the time. Very difficult. Even though we have 24 hours, it's very difficult to manage this with 24 hours. As a student, you should also remember that. You have 3 subjects. You have 3 subjects. How to manage this workload with these 3 subjects in this 2 years and 2 months? Time management. මම දන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ time table එකක් හදනවද කොහොමද දන්නේ නැහැ. නමුත් ඔයගොල්ලෝ පාවිච්චි කරන කාලය effective විදිහට පාවිච්චි කරන්න. Right? The A-level ළමෙක් වුණාම මේවයි. You don't have to work for 12 hours, 15 hours, 16 hours. You don't have to work like that. But some students are working like that one. That is their mentality and their involvement. Right? So they are sacrificing their everything. It's okay. We can't blame them because they have a target and they work for them. Right? But for you all, I'm telling you that if you work from the beginning perfectly by balancing the time, managing the time, you can go for the right. So nice example is now just imagine we are starting our works from June. You can work for 2 hours from June, right? Remember this plan, okay? June, July, you can work for 2 hours per day. It's good, huh? From August, September, October, you are going to increase this one to 4 hours, right? Remember these 2 hours and 4 hours means not the classes, not the schools, huh? Workload done by yourself at home. I'm telling for my students always, you can go for theory classes, you can go for paper classes, you can go for mini theory classes, you can go for classes. Everyone is doing that. ඔයා මොකද්ද ඔයා වෙනුවෙන් කරන special day? What you are doing for yourself specially, that is the factor for exam. The workload done by yourself at home in your working table, when you're in your studying table, you are learning by your own. You are revising the things you learned from your theory classes, paper classes, school. That is the effective factor. Theory class එකට ආවා කියලා, paper class එකට ආවා කියලා, physical classes වලට ගියා කියලා ඒක හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ. ගෙදර ඉඳගෙන තනියෙන් වැඩ කරන්න. That's why I told you, save your time. Saving time is very, very important. You don't understand still what is the importance of time. When you are coming to our middle age, then only you will understand. Okay, right? Now we are realizing A-level was somewhat good, right? And one more thing, after going university, everything is okay. Yeah? Our life is settled, our success is success. It's not like that. It's not like that. Right? Even in the university, you have to work hard in order to go for the good position. That is the way. That is the way of this exam. Right? So nothing will come to us easily. We have to work for it. If we have some kind of a luck, definitely you will get that one. But otherwise, we have to work hard for that. Right? Okay. see how we can manage the time. 2 hours per day, 2 hours per day in June, July. In August, September, October, we can increase that one for 4 hours. In November, in December, we can increase that one for 6 hours. Right? For 3 hours, again, you can continuously do that one for every month, every day. Right? So at least if you can work for 6 hours at the beginning, that will be enough. Addition to class hours, school hours, huh? Addition to class hours, these are the hours you are spending by yourself, doing homework, revising the theories, doing questions, past papers, yourself. No other involvements, only yourself. You are working for you. So if you can increase this one like this, you can definitely go for your target, right? And the next thing is balance 3 subjects, right? If you are doing biology, you have 3 subjects, right? I think you have biology, chemistry, physics. If not, instead of physics, you can choose agri also, right? I don't know about that one. So anyhow, you have 3 subjects, balance 3 subjects. Because if you want to get 3 A's, you have to work for the 3 subjects equally. You may have personal favorite subject, but you have to equally work for these 3 subjects. Equally means it's like this. Now, if you find out that you are really good at biology and you are weak at chemistry, then you have to give more time for the chemistry in order to come to that level. If you are weak in physics, you have to give more time for that. But anyhow, you have to balance these 3 to get 3 years. Okay. So therefore, students, remember, try to understand. These are the things actually I'm expecting from you mainly when you are going for your target if you attend informal classes. So in order to practice continuity only, actually I'm giving that continuity test every day, right? Because I want to check whether you are continuously doing these things, right? manage the time that is in your hand. Balance 3 subjects. Go for good classes. Actually, we have Mudita sir doing biology. He's well experienced one. You know about that one. And Tariq sir is also. And for the combined maths, we have Praveen sir. And I'm doing chemistry. We have a good panel. I'm very sure that in our island, actually, for the English medium online classes, we are the best panel. No doubt about it. In experience wise, in knowledge wise, in work plan wise, everything is perfect. So what you have to do is you have to stick with us and execute the plan, go for your good result. That's all. Okay. And your involvement, your dedication, right? So those things are also affecting. Include those things here. Try to understand. Okay. Right. I think, right. Okay. Now time is 11:40, 11:75. I think I have discussed. I've talked 2:35. Was it boring? boring was it useful? No. Okay, good. Super. Yeah, yeah. Good, good, good. Happy to hear that you have learned a lot of things. Huh? Yes, very good, very good, very nice. We have a question. So from where can I find the information about the others? Students, I will upload the others information in my group, WhatsApp group. Join for my chemistry group. I think all of you are in my group, right? So I will upload the information about those and you can join for them, right? And tonight, Tarindu sir is conducting our physics session. He told me to remind you that tonight 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Right? So right, this is not the end. Wait, what are the doubts you have? What are the doubts you have? Doubts. Yeah, you can. I can send you the details of other classes. So definitely, I will send you into the group. Keep in touch with the group. Okay. So how we do the payments for the class? So students, this month actually you don't have to make any payments. In this month actually you don't have to make any payments because we have only 2 weeks. So this is actually today our introduction session, and from the next week only we are starting our lesson. So therefore you don't have to make any payments. From the next week onwards you have to make the payment. I will put our class coordinator number, Miss Sanduni. So she is our class coordinator. Chemistry class coordinator is Miss Sanduni, and she will give you what are the payment details and everything. She will give you that one, and I'll put her number. Give me a minute. And give your addresses from the next week. Actually, I'm sending you a tutorials, okay? Because next week I want to discuss the classes, discuss the lesson. So her number is 077 801 6686, right? So this is actually our class coordinator, Miss Sadhuni's number, and you can contact her for the details, how you can get the tutorials, how you can do the payment for the next month from the June, and add for the group. Keep in touch. You can get the details from her, right? And what are the doubts you have? Anything else? Put that in the. So study, do O levels, age matter is don't really. Okay. Age doesn't matter. Age doesn't matter actually. It's like this, okay? Now remember this is thing. If you are doing A level in private, age doesn't matter. Actually, if you are doing A levels in schools, actually age does matter. So after O level only you can go for the A level, right? I'll tell you a story. You can do A level, second try, third try also. But students, remember, keep that in your mind. Don't think about that. In the first try, finish the game. You can do that. All of you can do that, right? And if you're doing the examination privately, you can spend many years and you can do the examination. You can sit for the exam 3 times. If you're doing private, age doesn't matter, right? But after 3 times, you cannot enter for the universities. Huh? So some of the students have asked that whether we can do this exam in private. You can do the private, doesn't matter. 3 times maximum. For the government candidates also, 2 times you can sit for A level, and the third time is actually private. So that means any one of you can face for the examination 3 times, but don't do that one, okay? From the first thing, you have to finish. And age doesn't matter for the private candidates, right? So where can I get the recordings for the classes in case I miss any? Yes. Remember, students, we have a WhatsApp group for our theory students. In WhatsApp group, I'm including all the stuffs, recordings, weekly recordings, materials, PDFs, everything I'm going to share with you. Don't worry. If you miss one class, don't worry. For my theory students, those who attend for my classes, recordings are anytime available. But I'm recommending you to come for the live classes daily. Yeah? So that will be perfect. So to enroll for your class, do we need to use the website? No need. What you have to do is contact Sandhurimis, right? In order to attend for my class, contact Sandhurimis. She will collect your details. If the details from the next week onwards, I'm sending you the tutorials. For the June month only, you have to do the payment, right? Not for this month. I think in our institute, we have taken a decision to do the classes in this month freely because we have only 2 weeks. So therefore, no point of taking fees. From the next month onwards, you have to pay monthly fees 3,600. You can take the details from Sandhurimis. If someone wish to join for our class, contact Sandhurimis and give the details. You will get the tutorial soon. Next week, we are going to start the class. So please tell the usual class time. Yes, our usual class time is every Thursday. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. This is our usual class time. And we are starting our usual class from the next week. So what is the date today? 22. Eh? So we are starting 30th. 30th, we are starting our first session. So this is our introduction session. So 30th, we are starting first session. Okay. Any other things, any other doubts you want to clear? Sir, is the tute sent as a mail or courier? Courier. Courier means actually I'm sending through post. That's why I'm asking you address, right? For the 25 batch, every month we are sending tutorials for you at the beginning. So therefore, that's why I'm asking you address perfect, correct one. Then I can send you tutorials. So will the paper class be held another day? Yes, of course. We can't do the same theory class and the paper class in the same day. It won't be effective. So therefore, we are doing the paper class in a different day. Now, if you consider 25 batch, their theory class in Saturday night, 8 to 11. Their paper class is Monday evening, 3 to 6 after school. So to do O-level, should we revise O-level to do A-level, O-level lessons? No need. No need, because I'm discussing all the things here. For each and every unit, I'm revising all the O-level theories. But if you wish to discuss, if you want to go through the things, doesn't matter. I won't say anything. But the thing is, actually, we are going to start from the beginning. So will we have clashes with the other classes? No, you don't have any clash, because Wednesday, Taridisa is conducting physics class. Thursday, I'm conducting chemistry class. I think Saturday, Uditisa is conducting biology class. Sunday, I think Pravinsa is conducting combined maths class. And our paper class also won't be clashing. So according to those timetables, we are going to working, right? So Teaching First Online Academy is a team. right? So if you join for our classes, you also in that team. So therefore, there won't be any clashes of the classes in our academy. I don't know about other classes. You can choose any classes, doesn't matter. So in our academy, no clashes will happen. Sir, will you send the info about physics class? Yes. Soon after the session, I will upload the today physics session. Paridu sir will conduct the physics session. He will introduce his subject, and definitely I'm going to put that details after the class. Okay. Soon after the class, I will put. Yeah, recording of the today class actually will be provided for you, and I'm uploading that one for YouTube also. So therefore, definitely you can have. So are the resource books available in the bookshops? Yes, students, you can buy the resource books in bookshops, mainly Sarasavi Gunasena, Sabipa. You can check them and other bookshops as well. If you can't buy resource books, I will send you the PDF. Take the printouts of those PDFs. If not, what you have to do is there are some websites, that means they are selling these books, and you can order them online purchasing, and they will courier the resource books. I think better you can buy the resource book, if not by yourself from a bookshop, if not take the printout. Any doubts, anything? So can we use scientific calculator in O level? No, students. I forgot to tell you that one. You are not allowed to use any calculator. So then how we can do the calculations? So for that one, we have to use logarithms. So we don't know logarithms, don't worry. I'm conducting a separate logarithm math session, mathematical session, essential for the chemistry, right? Mathematical session essential for chemistry. I'm conducting that one. Under that, logarithms we are going to discuss, and how we can simply do the calculations. We are going to discuss that. Okay. So are these resource books for CES Bio EC2? I couldn't understand. So the resource books I told you is available for each subject. Huh? For the biology, you have resource books, government issues resource book. I'm telling you, these are government issues, right? For physics also available, biology, chemistry. For the combined maths also, there are some kind of a syllabus. So please send the photos of those books in the group so that it will be easy for our parents to buy. Yes, of course. I will send the photos in the group. Okay. Right. Okay. Anything? Anything? Yeah, in Daras also the books are available. Daras, you can buy them. But I think in Daras actually the books are expensive, right? You have to pay some kind of an additional charge. But it's okay. No, that not that much. Right. Anything else? Right. So did you note down this number? Our class coordinator number? So we can contact her to the details. So if you have any doubts, you can tell me before the end session, before in this session. Right. So please raise your hand. Those who get something from this session today. Was it useful? If it is useful, raise your hand, please. All right. Very good, very good. Then students, I'm going to wind up the session for today. This is our introduction session. So from the next Thursday, 30th, Thursday, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., we are going to start the session, right? But remember, I want to send the tutorials, all the tutorials to you, send you address before the next class. I think I can send because Monday I'm going to courier all the tutorials for all of you. Doesn't matter whether you do the payment or the payment is actually from the next Monday. So therefore, for all of you, I'm sending the tutorials. Therefore, give the correct address and phone, right? Then salaries include the details. It's on fire. Okay. Okay, right. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Right. Then let's wind up the session. Let's meet on next Thursday. Until then, bye bye. Have fun. Good day for all of you.